And unwind. Time to sit back and unwind. How y'all doing? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and welcome to another episode of Our Bottom Line. Trending topics, current events, and much, much more. Come on in, and let me know if you guys can hear me. It's time to get it on, you guys. It's one of my favorite days of the week. Y'all know what that is? Monday. Come on in. Like I said, it's summertime, you guys, and I hope you guys are out there enjoying yourselves and enjoying your families. Let's get into it. Thank you so much, Batty Lynn, and I hope you enjoying your holiday. Let's get it, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it in, y'all. Hope everybody's having a good one and energetic. I'm feeling real good right now. So happy to be here. So blessed to be here with you guys. I got to tell you, for another day, another episode of Our Bottom Line, where we do trending topics, current events, and much, much more. Yeah, got to get that camera straight. So let me go ahead and tap on in, see if we kind of close over there. So yeah, let's do what we got to do over here, you guys. And I'm hoping that everybody is having a good weekend. I'm sorry, Monday, my favorite day of the week. How's everybody doing over there? Okay, yeah, we having a good 250th. Let me knock this air off over here. Get a little more clarity going over there, so I don't have to battle against the fan. It's not so hot as it was for the last 2 days. We're supposed to be getting about 86. So yeah, we made it through, you guys. So what I want you guys to do is come on in, so we can get those prayers in the air. It's time to start our bottom line. Hope everybody's doing good. Good to see you here, Kendra. Hey, how you doing, Liberty? What's going on, Bustin', Dustin? I see we got Jeffrey in the building. What's going on? This is our bottom line. There we go. I told you it's not mine, it's our bottom line. We got to put it in and do what we got to do. How you doing, Jordan? Or everything good over there? Okay. Hope everything's going good with you, fam. It's time to get those prayers in the air. I think the camera's basically fairly straight. I don't even really got to mess with that too much. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to thank the Lord like I did this morning for helping me get up this morning and for being here to see you guys another day. That's what I'm going to do. Let's get those prayers in the air. I want to pray for health. I want to pray for good measures. I want to pray for happiness. I like to pray for respect. I want to pray for honor and commitment. Let's pray for loyalty today as well. And let's pray for consistency and endurance, because we got to keep on pushing forward through all of these crazy things and all of these tragic times that we're going through. I want to pray for every single person here. I want to pray for your families as well as your animals, you guys. Who we praying for this morning? Miss Swanza, definitely praying for you. Miss Kendra Walker, Batty Lynn, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Also got to pray for my sister Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about Miss Keisha, Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman, and I see Scooter Gingers in the building as well. Winter Rising, always got to shout you out, even when you're not here. Miss Keisha as well. VG, how you doing, Jack Welsh? Got to shout you out and make sure that you're in the prayers as well. Getting it in, I see you there as well. Can't forget about Kendra Walker. So, who else we got in the building besides you guys? How about we do some freestyles already? Let's get to my brother Casey Ramos. Can't forget about Collective, also Angels Among Us, Justin, Jordan. Can't forget about Sam Champion, Winter Rising. Can't forget about Angels Among Us. Can't forget about myself, Boogotti NYC. That's right. Can't forget about me, 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Can't forget about you as well. And you know, we can't forget about every single person in our families to make sure everybody's good. Money Tree, can't forget about you either. Justin, also Jordan, and can't forget about Brian. Thank you guys so much for always showing up and showing out for the show. Amen. And now you guys know what time it is, right? Ha ha ha. You know what time it is. It's almost time. Not yet. Come on, keep on coming in. Because, we got to double tap that screen and get those likes up as well. Whoever has not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It's a good time to do that. I know a lot of you guys double tap, but let's try to do it on the way in, because we got a lot of people that got to get up on Monday and get to work. So let's go. Because you know why? Because I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here. So let's check it out. Come on, let's start the show. They're ready to go. Come on. It's time to start the show. Let's go. Come on now. Okay. Olay. Don't play. Now, y'all know what time it is, right? We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. It's Monday the 6th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. Six. So I'm your boy Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. How everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and welcome to another episode of Our Bottom Line, trending topics, current events, and now we're going to add this and keep on rolling with it. That's right, you guys. Health and wellness. That's right, you guys. Trending topics, current events, and health and wellness. That's how we get down around here. We have to evolve with the times. So since that's one of our major topics, let's add it to our headings. And I hope you guys are going to stay around because today's health and wellness section is going to make you feel strong and also teach you how to be consistent. But without any further ado, I don't want to take up too much time because we got a lot to get into. So you know what I'm going to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I also love to see those flags waving in the air. It gives me a chance to go look in your areas to see what news is going on out there. That's right, you guys. Also, let me know what time it is. Just because it's 6 o'clock in New York does not mean it's 6 o'clock where you live at. Time zone. Also, we're not checking for the gas anymore. We're not checking for the milk anymore. We're checking for the eggs. Let us know what those dozens of eggs are costing right now. You guys let us know those prices because we already know for a fact that they were price gouging in those areas. We got the clips coming up. But you know what? I'm not going to skip. I'm going to keep on moving everything in formation. All I want you guys to please do to keep the show flowing like it always does, just stay on topic, make sure that we're consistent, and please, let's be respectful. Any trolls, don't worry about them because they're going to stick up like weeds, and we got people that can handle those guys. I want to say good morning to every single person that's chiming in right now from every single state, every single borough, Jersey, Delaware, Texas, Chicago, Detroit, New York City. Can't forget about Orlando, Miami. Can't forget about Dubai. Can't forget about India. We're global, you guys. That's right. You are now global. Can't forget about places in Afghanistan that's actually watching us too. Yeah, we do it out there as well. Yeah, I'm talking about everywhere. Jamaica, Africa, China, Japan. Yeah, UK, everywhere. Germany, give a big shout out to you guys. Shout out to the UK and a big shout out to all of our Aussie fans. We got to make sure that we're consistent with you guys too. You guys want to know about global news? You guys come to us for it. So without any more further ado, you guys know what's next, right? Let's get into these titles. Let's get to work right now, you guys, because right now we got it. Ha! Is it true? Is it true? Is it true that the United States is truly the #1 hottest country? Is that true? Because that's what the president always says. So what we're opening up with this morning is the United States truly the hottest country? I don't know, you guys. You tell me. I mean, we live here, so of course we're going to think that. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. We're going to be planning that all day. Let's keep on going also because we want to talk about the Iranians that gather to show respect. That's right. That's what they were doing over the weekend. They were showing respects to the former supreme leader, their Ayatollah. While we were celebrating our 250th, they were not celebrating, but mourning the death of their Ayatollah and plotting vengeance, verbally saying it too. Let's get into that as well. Last but not least, what do we have here? What's going on this summer? Were we correct in our predictions on crime? What's going on this summer? Were we correct in our predictions on crime? We were talking about the crime that's coming up. Now it's starting to happen, you guys. Yesterday, we're playing news. It's getting to the point where like people are in the comments like, Boogotti, where's the good news at? What else? What else is going on? Yes, we do play good news as well, but we got to keep on making sure we get you guys to those sensitive topics and whatever is leading in your city, state, or country. If that's leading, we got to go with those stories. Yes, I try to mix it in with other stuff to just make the punch a little softer, but real is real, and we got to bring you guys what's truly happening. Not only that, scams, all types of other stuff as well. So without any further ado, that opening was big enough. Come on, you guys, come on in. Grab your water, your tea, and your 55 Coffee House from Lisa Roy. And come on, you guys, let's get it started this morning, because yesterday in Chicago, as you can see, Trump says he's got the world in his hands on aflame, but there was also flames going on yesterday when it came down to a massive fire that broke out in Chicago near the South Side.
The blaze began in the 2500 block of South Wabash Avenue around 3 a.m. You can see massive flames shooting up through the roof of the building. We heard from people living across the street who say the fire was so intense they needed to evacuate their own homes.
We have blackout curtains. We live on the 5th floor. My wife, my daughter, my son. Essentially, about 2:30 a.m., through my blackout curtains, I seen orange as if the sun was next to the curtain.
He says he has blackout curtains, but he said eventually through his blackout curtains, he could still see the orange from the flames. Now, if you got blackout curtains, you know that's pretty intense to still be able to see through blackout curtains that block out the sun.
When I opened it up and I seen the fire shoot up, then my wife woke up and ran through the house to get our kids. Of course, in our pajamas, I tried to find a shirt and some pants, and we had to run down the stairs just to get out the building in time because the window started to break. So I wanted to pick things up that I wanted to take outside, like the baby's bag, my wife's keys. But when I seen the windows break, I just ran for the door and ran out the building with my sneakers in my hand, my daughter-in-law in the hand, and got out as fast as I could.
The fire department says nobody was hurt. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. What I'm glad to hear is the last part, and we don't move past that, right? We got to get those prayers in the air and thank our God, because what did they say? We're glad that nobody was hurt. We don't only thank him and praise when we're asking for help or forgiveness. We also thank and praise when he steps in and makes sure that nothing's happened. And of course, he probably did that and did do that right there. So yes, God, thank you so much for stepping in. Amen. That's right, you guys. We don't just do it for, oh God, we apologize, or can you help us with this? No, want to give him praise when he steps in too. Let's get on over here to see what Trump has to say as he attacks the Democrats in the 4th of July speech. And he's talking about making the 250th year in America great. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's our bottom line. It's Monday. You up anyway. Let's get it. Let's get some information this morning while we're up. Let's go.
Impacted President Trump's 4th of July celebrations, but nothing stopped him from golfing today. The president returned to the White House after visiting his Virginia resort. CBS's Torian Small is at the White House with more.
During a good evening, the president said he wouldn't let the weather stop him, but it did delay him.
The spirit of 1776 still lives within us all.
The president spoke after lightning struck. Storms had forced the evacuation of the National Mall, but the crowds did return to hear from President Trump. His speech marking America's milestone founding stressed patriotism and partisanship. Trump targeted Democrats, branding them communists after a series of victories by Democratic Socialist candidates across the country.
We don't want communists in our country.
Democrats didn't wait for the fireworks to fire back. California Governor Gavin Newsom, in his own July 4th message, took aim at Trump.
He told you that he was going to drain the swamp. He didn't drain the swamp. He gave it a presidential sweep with gold leaf.
In the grand finale, what was touted as the largest fireworks show in history, 850,000 pyrotechnics lighted up the Potomac after the new Air Force One roared overhead. Today, new images of the president's push for change. He shared close-ups of work on the White House North Portico and an image of a goat statue he wants on his controversial arch. This week, the president heads to a NATO summit in Turkey, but disputes over military commitments to the alliance, as well as wars in Iran and Ukraine, could prove a major test for NATO unity. Jarika?
Tori and Small.
Let's go back to some leading news out here. We got to get on over to Iran. We talked about this already. Let's see what they're talking about as millions of Iranians have basically gathered yesterday for the supreme leader's funeral. And they said they're going to get some sort of revenge. Anybody that has something to do with it basically is what they're trying to say. Let's pay attention, you guys. Let's keep on going. Let's go.
These mourners are filling the streets of Tehran again today as part of a days-long memorial for Iran's former supreme leader who was killed in the first strikes of the war. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is in the middle of those crowds. Richard, what's it looking like there?
Good morning, Willie. I am in Tehran right now, and millions of people are converging on this city. A prayer service was just
Good morning.
for the assassinated supreme leader, the late Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and millions of people are gathering in this city. His body is now lying in state. A prayer service was just held. You could hear people saying, "Death to Israel, death to the United States," the classic Iranian cheers. Obviously, not all Iranians support the government. Not all Iranians are sad about this event, but this is a display of public unity. It is a public display of mourning. Today, the body's laying in state, but tomorrow, the late Ayatollah's body will be brought, carried through the streets of the city, and 15 to 20 million people are expected to take part. This is a deeply divided country, but the opposition movement that we saw on the streets here just several months ago, the opposition movement that was brutally cracked down on, killing thousands of people, is now nowhere to be seen. It seems that the war launched by President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has only made this government's grip on power even stronger.
Now, speaking of Netanyahu, since you want to talk about their relationship and the grip that they have on the nation over there, let's see what's going on with that situation. Because for far as we've been following up with, there's been a little bit of a rift, a little bit of back and forth between President Trump and Netanyahu when it came down to strikes as we were trying to create a peace negotiation. So yeah, let's see what's going on as they say that Netanyahu basically shuts down the reports of this alleged Trump rift. Come on, you guys, let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. That's right. You pick up the phone just like that. You say, our bottom line, pretty good. So let's try to get some more people over here. Plus show Boogotti and the rest of the family that the show is good. All you got to do, you double tap that screen and that makes more people get over here. And if you really want to be a friend, all you got to do is really go over to that Cash App right there, which is $ Boogotti, BOOCASH. That's right, Boogotti Cash. All the support is appreciated. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let me get you locked and loaded before you get on your day. Let's keep on moving. Let's go.
President Trump is wrapping up the holiday weekend at the White House after delivering a late-night address to thousands at the America 250 celebration on the National Mall. In his speech, the president celebrated America's history and touted the country's military strength.
Our rise to being the world's strongest and most powerful nation was no accident of history. We use it, and we've had tremendous success. You look at Venezuela, you look at Iran, we wiped out their military.
Coming up, I'll be joined live by Ennis Cantor Freedom and Jimmy Fela.
Question, you guys. I have a question for you. Why were eggs so damn expensive? Yep, we can say that. It's not a curse. Why were eggs so damn expensive? That's my question to you. What do you think? Do you think that they were price gouging? Or do you think that it was less chickens and you think it has something to do with, oh, you guys remember when all of the chickens died and then we had less chickens out here, so the prices went up? Because you do remember that move before, right? Let's not just talk about the prices of the eggs. Let's talk about the chicken. And no pun intended. Do you guys remember all of the chickens that basically caught all of these sorts of different poisons and bird flus and things like this all around the world? Then right immediately after that, we said, oh my God, egg prices skyrocketed. Do you guys remember that? Please let me know if you remember. I see Joe Kill that remembers. Let me see. Okay, Liberty and Justice remembers too. Who else remembers here? I mean, this is nothing that we all don't remember. It's so basic. I know you have to remember. Let's go. Yep. Okay, we got 4 gifted hands. Remember, Colessive remembers. But do you know what they were doing, you guys? And we got to get really smart. Not only with companies, but with our government as well, because we're not going to get a cent back from that ripoff. What ripoff were you talking about, Bugatti? Come here. Pay a lot of attention to this, because we're only talking about the chicken and the egg in this one. What else are they doing? Now, why were eggs so damn expensive? Because we were being ripped off and we aren't even getting paid back. The government will, but we won't get anything, but maybe a free carton or 2 of eggs. And that if anyone can find, and that's if anyone can find out where they're going to be giving them out at. Told you last week that they're going to be giving out a big sum of monetary to all of these, to the government, because of all of the overpricing that they did. I don't see how they're going to give it to the government when they should be giving it to us and back to the retailer, if anything. The retailer that was taking those eggs out of those cartons, putting 3 together and selling them to you for $1.50 because you couldn't afford an entire a dozen. You know what I'm talking about? So this is the part that I have a problem with. I don't understand, why is it going to the government as far as the refund and not going directly to the retailer or the people that actually had to pay those prices. Let's get right into it now. I'm going to show you the other side of this crap. Let's go. Let's check this out. See what's going on with this BS. I can't stand stuff like this, because at the end of the day, we're getting nothing.
Says 3 of the country's largest egg producers illegally worked together between 2022 and 2025, secretly coordinating their bids to influence a nationwide egg price index.
So they were ripping us off for 3 years, stealing monetary and overpricing us for the price of eggs. Even if you were paying less in 2023, 2022, you were still being ripped off, because the majors got together and said, we're going to gouge them. We're going to overprice from the gate. And then when you overprice from the manufacturer, then the next person has to add their price. Then the next person has to add their price. Then it comes to us. Remember, I told you guys about that shipping cost. Same price we're having here now. Because when you guys try to go to Our Bottom Line and buy a cheap, affordable, good quality t-shirt from us for $14.99, I only expect you guys to pay maybe $4 or $5, maybe $7 to get it to you. But Kendra, talk to them, let them know what it really is. We're trying to get 1 box 2 states over, triple the price of whatever it is. So if the t-shirt's $14, you got to pay damn near $30 just for the shipping. It's never going to work. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you gouge people out and they have no choice but to do what we did. That's why this isn't fair. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Investigators say the scheme artificially drove up egg prices, leaving families and businesses to pay more at the checkout line.
Yeah, so those eggs were like gold, but I'm not surprised. Really, that they've taken advantage of the consumer and raised these prices out of this world.
For some businesses,
They were selling 3 eggs for $2.99 back then.
adapting became the only option. Pues la verdad sí me quedo sorprendida. I was surprised when those prices first went up. As a business, we did our best to keep things affordable for our customers. You may remember some bodegas started selling just a few eggs in plastic bags, giving customers an affordable option.
If you'd have told me 10 years ago that this would be happening, I'd laugh in your face.
Consumers may not get their money back, but the Attorney General says the settlement requires Calming Foods, Ursova, and Hickman's Egg Ranch to donate more than 53 million eggs to food banks across the country, including nearly 5 million here in New York, while also paying a combined $3.3 million to the states. I'm just glad they're holding these companies accountable. Under the agreement, the companies must also follow new compliance rules and cooperate with state oversight going forward. In Castle Hill,
No, because you're not talking about giving nobody no money back. Is this the problem I have?
these companies accountable. Under the agreement, the companies must also follow new compliance
No, what else they got to do? I want to hear about that, giving them.
eggs to food banks across the country.
Yeah, this is the stupid part right here. There you go, right here.
But the Attorney General says the settlement requires Calming Foods, Ursova, and Hickman's Egg Ranch to donate more than 53 million eggs to food banks across the country.
Something that they already have in their possession, which are eggs. Okay, cool. So the next couple of runs, we're going to have to just take all of these eggs right here and give those away for free. Okay, cool. So that's one thing. They already make eggs. So hold on a minute.
including nearly 5 million here in New York. Well,
So you're gonna give them out in food banks. Who gonna really get those? Y'all gonna be riding around looking for food banks to see when and where they're gonna give you eggs for free?
also paid a combined $3.3 million to the states.
Why are you gonna give the state any type of money when you already paid them the first time for the taxes and then actually get it on over here? Why they getting paid again? That's the money that should be coming back to us, the consumer.
I'm just glad they're holding these companies accountable.
No, they're not, because we ain't getting none of the bread back. Everybody on top of us is getting the money back, and we got to go search for damn eggs, and it's not even Easter. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen if you understand what we just did right there, how we just broke down the nonsense. Made absolutely no sense. You know why? Because we ain't getting nothing out of that unless you're going to go looking for eggs. Yeah, yeah. It's turning us into some damn Easter hunt now, right? Now it's Easter in July for us to go looking for food banks to see if we can find free eggs. Is this the place where they're giving away the free eggs? Get the hell out of here. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. They dead wrong. Give us our money back. Let's get on over to Monster Fauci. Hey, allegedly, right? I told you we don't play. Today is one of those days. So if you came for a good episode, you rolled up on the right show. That's why we always tell you guys double tap their screen to get those likes up, because you never know what's going to happen. Now we get on over to Monster Fauci. Yeah, I said Monster Fauci. My words is not jumbling. We got new details that emerge after secret Fauci files are found, declassified. Did you hear that? Secret files were found, declassified. Let's keep on going, seeing what's going on with this dude. He need to have horns growing out of his head at this point. Wait, let's go back a little bit. Right here, we go.
Fauci did indeed fund gain-of-function research. We have the evidence that the experiments were gaining in function. The viruses were becoming more lethal, more attachable to human cells, and more infectious. We do know that this was going on, that was funded by the NIH, specifically under the tutelage of Anthony Fauci. We know all of that, but we know even more now. We know that the initial estimate by the scientists at the CIA was that this came from the lab. He was able to convince them otherwise.
What I like about it, though, I'm glad you called that out, because you might be right. Rand Paul will never hold Fauci accountable, says Mike Holmes. But we all know about it now, so maybe somebody else will, and the numbers really actually matter. So maybe we need to, as the population, hold them accountable. You feel what I'm saying?
We now have evidence that in January of 2020, that he was already acknowledging that the virus did not come from the wet market, that the wet market was a spreader event, but wasn't an initial event, because we had lineages
Joe Kill says, of course you knew. You made it that way.
of people way before the wet market that were getting sick.
Ah, good point, KB Garage Screens. Other countries can file a lawsuit against him now. And let me ask you a question, Garage Screen, since you brought that up. Can other countries actually hold him criminally liable as well? I want to know that. Can other countries hold him criminally liable? Good question. Thank you for throwing that alley-oop up.
That is the chairman of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, Senator Rand Paul, on files released by the Office of Director of National Intelligence, showing Dr. Anthony Fauci met with the intelligence community to shape public perception that COVID-19 originated from a wet market in Wuhan instead of a lab leak. Now, Senator Paul has subpoenaed Fauci to testify publicly under oath in front of Congress.
Yeah, look at him, y'all. We ain't seen him in a while, so I want you to just see this for a second. Let it get in, let it get into your head a little bit. Remember who this person was when they were sitting down explaining, telling you what you need to wear, how you, and then you couldn't say certain things. You got censored on Facebook, deactivated accounts because certain words that we actually couldn't even say. Because of this dude. How many people, I ain't even gonna go say the rest. I'm gonna just say the regular general stuff.
This month, a risk handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, which killed more than 1 million Americans. Fauci received a preemptive pardon from former President Biden just
Why would you need a pardon if you didn't do anything?
hours before his term ended in January of 25 via AutoPen, whose legality has been called into question. I want to bring in with more Senator Ron Johnson,
G-Man.
key member of the Senate Homeland Security Committee. Senator, good morning to you. You know, Anthony Fauci, look, he's had plenty of time to lawyer up. Let's be clear here. But the American people still want answers. What questions do you want answered if and when he appears in front of you?
Good morning, Cheryl. Well, we now know that he definitely needed that pardon. Yeah. I think we also know that Anthony Fauci
Mark, you're serious out there. Mark is out there with the scalpel. Phew, finish him. Mark, I got to get you a name, boy, because you faster than me.
he was evading Obama's gain of function moratorium. We now know that he was funding this. We now know that the U.S. government, probably under the auspices of Anthony Fauci, were funding something like 120 biolabs all over the world, 40 of them alone in Ukraine. Why were we doing that? We knew he fully was aware of the fact that they were funding dangerous research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Why would we be sharing that kind of dangerous scientific research with the Chinese government? So there's so much that we know.
With the worst people that don't even like us, of course they're gonna find a way to leak it and give it right to us.
Now know, we've certainly suspected that we're getting more and more documented evidence. So,
Jeffrey,
questions will be centering on what did you know? When did you know it? It'll be really interesting to see how he responds. And he's got a pardon, so he really can't plead the fifth. So needs to be honest with us. He better not perjure himself. So this will be a really interesting hearing. And credit to Chairman Paul who's really pursuing the whole origin investigation. I'm not focusing on other parts of really our miserably failed response on COVID and all the cover up of safety signals. But, Cheryl, one of the big stories here is how the legacy media continues to cover all this up. They're not covering this as news. They didn't cover, my report.
Yeah, nobody's covering this right now. I don't see nobody else talking about this. I gotta go dig. Y'all talking about we using Fox because they're the only ones that's actually talking about it. I go to every other platform. Nobody wants to touch that story. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm nervous to play it too. That's why I don't say so much. I let them say it. Because then when they want to try that crap again, hey, ha, 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 ha. There's no pow, pow, pow. And this is something that I'm getting off of your platform and just regurgitating. And you know why we can do that, right? Because we can comment, we can comment, we can critique, and we can use it for educational purposes. Thank you so much. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know where I'm from, right? New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Boom, boom. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got the NYPD officer who's been pow-powed in Brooklyn by an 18-year-old who's been locked up, and I don't know if you're getting out. Watch your head. But then again, in New York, when you're dealing with people like our commissioner and our mayor that we have, bomb dummy, he's a super cat, he's a dumb dummy, with those type of paperwork, the way that they do stuff where they like to reduce crimes and act like nothing really happened, you never know what's going to happen with this one. This one made the news, so they may have to actually put this one in and really just go ahead and chalk it up because they really like to shake up the records, if you know what I'm talking about, just to make things perceive like it's not happening in New York. We're fine. Let's get on over to Brooklyn. Let's see where this 18-year-old who's now has been given. They were going to give you guys an update on the situation and the case. The attractive, let's see what's going on. Oh my God, what do I call her? The attractive deficient commissioner, Tish. That's the attractive deficiency. She has an attractive deficiency. That's our Commissioner Tish. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
In the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox local app. We are following breaking news out of Crown Heights, Brooklyn, where an officer has been shot. Here's what Police Commissioner Tish had to say just moments ago.
Can say at this point is that at approximately 4:14 this morning, officers assigned to a mobile field force detail in the confines of the 7-7 precinct were parked in an unmarked police vehicle on the west side of Nostrand Avenue and St. John's Place when an individual approached their car. That same individual was captured on CCTV.
What the hell is wrong with Mom Dami? Is he okay? Like, why is he just standing there like that?
TV video 5 minutes prior and 1 block north with a firearm in his hand. Given the lack of body-worn camera in this incident, the circumstances of the approach are still unclear, but we can say that officers exited their vehicle and attempted to engage the armed individual. There is also ballistic damage to the department vehicle the officers were sitting in, including bullet holes in the front and rear windshields and the passenger side of the car. Three officers discharged their weapons. The subject was not struck. After a foot pursuit, the subject was apprehended a few blocks away from the incident location at Rogers Avenue and Union Street. During the apprehension, the subject resisted arrest and refused to be handcuffed. A taser was deployed and the subject was taken into custody. A SAR 9mm firearm was recovered. During the gunfire,
Somebody said, Joe Kill says he's trying to figure out how he can make some money off of this.
one detective was struck in the back of his ballistic vest. X-rays show a contusion to the detective's back near where the bullet struck his vest. A second officer suffered a contusion to the face and the shoulder. The officers involved in this incident were there as part of our 4th of July violence reduction plan to address ongoing crew violence.
Which should prove to him right here, and which should prove to her that we need more police. The story that she's being forced to tell, instead of telling us, she need to tell that to herself in the mirror and turn around to her, the rest of the people in the force, as well as to the mayor and say, you know what? This is why we do need more police. I was Googling the other day. I just found out that 200 police officers quit the New York City police force every month. How were they able to keep? How were they able to keep going with that sort of a employees leaving? How were they able to even stay in business or in to cover things? It's crazy, and you know a lot of that happens to do with people that do not want to work under certain administrators, under certain people, don't want to work under them or a certain policy. Because when you're a police officer, believe it or not, in order to get rank, you got to lock people up. Now you got enough arrests, go out to get your next test. Now you can be a sergeant. Now you keep on going. But if everyone you arrest for real crimes just keeps on going to prison and getting right out before you can even go to dinner, it's going to make you more or less not want to be a police officer anymore, right? And then the way that the streets are, the way that people treat the police right now, and working under people like this. Who would want to work for that person right there? Think about it. I mean, it's crazy. It's not their fault after a while.
In the area, the officers had been reassigned there shortly before midnight from a SAIL 250 detail in Lower Manhattan earlier in the day. The injured officers were immediately transported to Kings County Hospital. The officer who was shot is Detective Robert Carroll of the Sex Offender Monitoring Unit. I have visited with Detective Carroll, and I am grateful to report that he is expected to make a full recovery. His ballistic vest performed exactly as it was designed, and today that vest saved his life.
We got a cookie cutter, crazy sort of administration in New York. You guys are looking at the weakest administration we ever had when it came down to policy, enforcing crime, enforcing and getting behind like ambulances, getting behind our firemen. I don't see any policies like that. I see a lot of money being asked for, but not where it's going and where they're telling us where it's going to. Whole lot of money that they need when they're giving it away to BS instead of reinforcing what really needs to be taken care of. A lot of us have to get out there on our own and fend for ourselves. We got to work, got to get our own medical, and got to take care of ourselves. You know, we don't need a lot more programs that's going to be given in money to be given away to people to try. Now, we can help you out some, but at some point, you got to help yourself too. I keep on telling people you have to plant the seed. No, let's get the foundation real good. That's us cleaning up the dirt and everything, right? Making sure the dirt's right, right? Clearing everything out. Then we got to clear it and plant the seeds, right? We put the dirt back over, and then we put a little bit of water and we pray for the sun because we can't make the sun. So that's already imaginary telling you that you can do part of it and hope that God comes in and helps you out. You can't expect everything to come from hopes. You got to put some sort of effort in, is what I'm basically trying to say. Plant the seed, sow the seed, then put the water in, and then pray to God that the sun comes out. Just keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to Coney Island. I know you don't like to hear about a lot of bad stuff going on, but it was the weekend, right? July the 4th. I told you guys what was going to be going on this summer. You're not skipping along and playing outside. It's hot, a lot of ignorance, overpopulation. So we got situations going on where 6 people were hurt in Coney Island, another pow pow. Let's go see what's going on with this.
Breaking news now out of Coney Island, where 6 people have been shot. This happened within the last hour on West 30th Street, just north of Surf Avenue, as huge crowds gathered for the holiday and a fireworks show. No word on what actually led up to the shootings or if a suspect is in custody, but you are looking at video here from that scene. Police say all 6 victims are expected to survive.
I don't know who CeeLo is or was, but I'm guessing that they gone. Because if they messing up our flow, these mods do not play. I love y'all, yo. I'm talking about the office out there is actually no joke. We got dudes like, zoom, what's going on? What's the problem? And we don't got no little players, boy. We got guys that's headhunters. And Liberty ain't even start slicing yet, Lara Croft. Let's keep on moving forward, Jess. Let's keep on going, you guys, because we're going to keep on going. And yes, let's get on over to Chicago. Yes, New York, Los Angeles, everywhere. We got to get on over to Chicago, where a fireworks display in the suburbs of Chicago, it got out of hand, causing injuries, you guys. You got to be careful with those fireworks. The other day, we showed you a woman who took away a skyrocket from her daughter in the nick of time. It exploded in her hand, taking off 2 digits of her hand, of her fingers, right? Not only that, she's a hairdresser. Think about it. It can just change the entire course of your lives. It's really cool to see it when it goes on and celebrate it. But when things start to happen where they turn to the left, boom, start going on explosions, because none of those things are guaranteed to work perfect. And a lot of them, like we saw yesterday, don't have warning labels on them. And they say what? Made in China. Most of the stuff is.
In Bridgeview and neighboring cities, 4th of July celebrations got out of hand. Police say a large group of people was setting off fireworks near 84th and Harlem. At one point, the crowd reportedly grew too large for the area and began spilling into surrounding neighborhoods.
Now you see all of this right here. Now they'll do all of this and they'll get all of this going and blowing up stuff, right? But you know what you never see? You never see them cleaning it up. No. Oh, yo, that ain't gangster Bugatti. Why you saying that? You'll never see them cleaning up behind themselves out there. They leave that for sanitation the next day or whatever and just give them hell.
Neighborhoods. It was all hands on deck for Bridgeview Police and other area departments. Plus, with so many people setting off fireworks, there were some reported injuries.
There were a few injuries. I don't know. I can't comment on what the type of injuries, but from what I hear, about 3 to 4.
Liberty needs the statue in Boogotti Square, says Jordan Dowdy. Nah, bro, it's not Boogotti Square. It's our bottom line square. Because in that case, I want a statue too. You get a statue. Everybody gets a statue for their own thing. I got no problem having a whole bunch of statues. You ever see that one place where they got all of those different statues just standing there? You know what I'm saying? That's us. That's all of us. And we just work up under one moniker. Everybody's a statue. I love those statues too. I like to go there and take a picture. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like a Japanese sort of a statues area where it's like ancient. You guys always know what I'm talking about. So back me up on that. What's the name of that place I'm talking about? Let's get back over here meanwhile though.
Guys were injured. Firework related injuries, nothing to do with us or with them. It's just one of those things where some fingers, I understand, are blown. So some guy got some hair burned, et cetera, et cetera.
Officials say the amount of fireworks made it impossible for police and firefighters to intervene safely, prompting them to use a special rescue vehicle during the ordeal. It was also used to help clear streets.
The first empire. There you go. The first empire of China. Yeah. And see, I told you guys was going to find out. Because they got it in a couple of movies. I think they had it as like kind of similar to where it was one movie where someone fell down into like an old area and they put some light in there and found a whole bunch of them standing there. And they basically came back to life. One of those dope movies, yeah. Let's keep on going, you guys, and double tap that screen to get those likes. What Demonetized just said. You guys, are you liking what's going on so far? Because if you are, all I'm going to ask you guys to do is double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're on our way to 74,000 subscribers. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and we on our way in a positive way. We're feeling good about it too. Let's get on over to San Bernardino County, where 5 acres have been burned, and firefighters were all battling this for a while. We don't know the origin of what's going on here, but you know what, guys? You know what I can't stand? someone who just goes out and sets things on fire. I can't stand people like that because they leave our earth just so open to, like, we're vulnerable to things like that. People don't expect it. The earth is just there to do what it does. And you got this piece of crap out there just setting fires and starting things going. It's just terrible when it happens. We find it a lot from miscreants and a lot of homeless people that do it, people that have mental issues. But I've always had a problem with people that do that. I really do. I want to get on over to this situation in San Bernardino, where 5 acres of land have been burned, probably more since then. I'm hoping that that's over as well. Let's keep on moving forward as these firefighters bravely fought this fire yesterday.
Some breaking news in San Bernardino County, a brush fire burning near homes in Fontana. It's on the south side of town near Teaberry Court. Fire department says the flames have burned at least 5 acres. No word on how it started or whether fireworks were involved.
Yeah,
Some breaking
and that's another thing about the fireworks too. If they go up on a roof, I keep on talking about that. Like, if those fireworks were able to make it up on a tar roof, you've got yourself a problem. And another thing, if you've got your windows open and they're in the middle of the street, happens to go inside of your window, next thing you know, now your curtain is on fire. You guys, trust me, it can definitely happen. Gotta be careful out here when it comes down to fireworks and stuff like that, because those are the things that especially happen. So you don't know, over to California, where we at right now? We got another situation where Paul Pelosi, that's right, Nancy's husband, the one that helped her make all that money, 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 money. He admits to hitting someone after being accused of a hit and run. Uh-oh, let's see what's going on with this, you guys. Let's see if they're going to use their power to get him out of this one.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband's under scrutiny after he allegedly crashed his car into another vehicle in Napa County, California, causing major damage before leaving the scene. The incident comes 4 years after Paul Pelosi pleaded guilty in a DUI-related crash in the same area. Senior correspondent Alicia Acuna reports live from Los Angeles. Hi, Alicia.
Hey, Mike, good to see you. Fortunately, no one was injured in the vehicle Paul Pelosi is accused of hitting. It happened in Yountville, which is not in Nancy Pelosi's district. The Napa County Sheriff's Department says Friday afternoon, deputies responded to a 911 call by a witness who saw a brown convertible crash into a legally parked car and take off after briefly stopping. The California Highway Patrol caught up with the convertible. Authorities say Paul Pelosi was driving. It was heavily damaged and parked on the side of a road blocking the roadway. In a statement, the sheriff said, quote, during the investigation, Pelosi admitted to hitting something, but said he didn't know what he had hit, so he kept driving. He drove until his car became disabled and was no longer able to continue driving. A field sobriety test determined there was no alcohol in the 86-year-old husband of the Congresswoman, but Napa County Sheriff says it's referring Pelosi to the state DMV for reevaluation for his driver's license, which is common with elderly drivers. A spokesperson for Nancy Pelosi told the California Post, quote, Mr. Paul Pelosi has personally apologized to the owner of the vehicle.
How about he's using that as a scapegoat, and that's why he kept on going? Nobody pulled him over. That could be another thing, allegedly, right? And now when he gets to the DMV, all they're going to do is run a test to see if he can have his license. He'll go there while he's not drunk and get his license straight. So come on, y'all. Y'all seen what this was. Nobody's stupid.
And assured them that he would take responsibility for the damage to their vehicle. Speaker Pelosi will not be commenting further on this private matter.
What do you mean you'll know he get away with it? He had the nerve to say, I'm a high profile person. I understand who you are.
4 years ago, Paul Pelosi pled guilty in a misdemeanor drunk driving accident that injured another driver. The district attorney tells Fox News it will review the case before making a decision on.
Now, the only reason, allegedly, he probably got away the second time, why, is because he kept on going and there were no police around. Because if they would have got him that time, they probably would have got a breathalyzer test on him. And maybe, allegedly, he probably would have blew the same thing again. There you go. Y'all see what's up. Ain't nobody stupid. The same way that father got into that motorcycle accident, got off the motorcycle and ran and left his little daughter. Yeah. and let the ambulance come get her and all of that. Could have had D-rugs on him, could have had warrants, all types of stuff. Now his daughter is in the has been taken away. She's with the state now. They talking about come see her in the hospital because the state got her. Crazy stuff going on over here, you guys. Some crazy stuff going on over here. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. We got to get on over to Chicago as the same thing's been going on as we've been seeing. We've been seeing RC planes. We've been seeing drones do what? Come in contact with airplanes. We got a lot of interference running around out there now. And since it was the 4th of July, what you expect? Yep, nothing else but fireworks at the Delta flight reportedly hit by fireworks while landing in Chicago's Midway. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
Overnight, a Delta jet was hit by a firework while landing at Midway on the 4th of July. This is file footage you see here. The crew of Delta Flight 1076 arriving from Atlanta radioed the control tower after hearing what they described as a loud bang.
And we're just hoping it was just the mortar that went off underneath, but definitely felt the big bang.
The plane fortunately landed safely, and Delta says there was no emergency landing. No one was hurt, but the aircraft was taken out of service for a full inspection.
Okay, you guys, and like I said, I don't control the news. Everything is not always good news. Sometimes it's bad news. So yeah, we got to get into this sad story right here. We got to pray about this one because we got 3 children that lost their lives when a boat capsized and claimed their lives during a storm out there in Lake Geneva. Yeah, you guys, let's get on over to Milwaukee. I'd like to pray for the families. I would like to pray for all of the lost people that had lost their lives in this tragedy. Want to pray for the friends, everybody that was there as first responders that dealt with it. And I want to pray for all of the people that's trying to get through this. And hopefully they get closure when their family members come home. Want to pray for them, guys. That's right. We got to get on over to Lake Geneva. Let's go. Amen. Let's get it.
Story tonight at 9 as thousands of people gather in Lake Geneva for 4th of July celebrations. It's hard to forget about what happened Friday. 3 children die after their boat capsized during an intense storm there. Rio Preciado is there with how the community is handling tragedy this holiday.
As folks enjoy the outdoors and celebrate America's 250th birthday, there's a sense of
Thank you, Cadiz.
happiness felt in Lake Geneva.
Cadiz.
I would ask that we to have a moment of silence at this point.
A somber beginning to Lake Geneva's 4th of July celebrations at Flatiron Park.
We had a very severe storm that came through, did a terrific amount of damage to the city. We did have a tragedy on the lake.
A tragedy Lake Geneva mayor says resulted in the deaths of 3 children under the age of 11 after their boat capsized during a sudden storm. As hundreds of attendees gathered to pay remembrance.
People's hearts are breaking for that family. It's very sad, they lost 3 children, and very sad and heartbreaking, and, prayers and everything for the family.
A loss the city is still processing ahead of this festive weekend.
When we got the news about the children that had died.
Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. We got premium, and you know this internet is not cheap. Jordan Dowdy always there to hold us down. Thank you for the super chat. And he says, just because I put in like 74 hours this week. Woo! Jordan, don't work too hard, bro. It's not always about the money. You got to have some of that energy yourself. That's why yesterday I got me some rest. Thank you, bro.
Our whole team burst out into tears.
To lift the spirits during a difficult time, visit Lake Geneva CEO Stephanie Klett says this all serves as a reminder.
It is a little bit painful because of those children. And it just really is a reminder how precious life is.
As American flags and a sea of red, white, and blue is seen at the celebration.
60 seconds isn't promised.
Brian just said death comes in 3s, but 3 kids though, crazy. Yeah, 60 seconds isn't promised. That's why I praised every single day. And I'm happy. I always thank God for every single day, you guys. Now, you already know, but that's the reason why I do it.
It's, you don't know what happens next.
Despite the tragedy, folks are still coming out to enjoy our country's 250th birthday.
You definitely embrace your loved ones for sure with a new renewed fervor.
But also to honor those lost, past and present. At this time, the identities of the children have not been released, and the Walworth County Sheriff's Office says the deaths are still being investigated. Reporting in Lake Geneva, Abby Preciado, Fox 16.
All right, Jordan.
Thanks so much.
Make sure you get a lot of rest. If you off today, go right to sleep, but after the show, because we got a lot more. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. We already prayed for those children. Hate to see things like that happen. Terrible to happen. Also, we got to stay on it though, because we got to pray for Baltimore right now. I told you, we don't control the news, but if it's a top story, I wouldn't be doing you right, wouldn't be showing you the rightness. I mean, the true news that's going on. I can go dumb it down and find a whole bunch of other stuff, but let's see what's really going on. We're going to pray for Baltimore right now and the 9 people that have been injured in a boat explosion in Maryland. Now, what we want to do here is we want to pray for health. We want to pray for healing, very good amount of healing, mental as well as physical healing, because something like this is something that no one would ever expect. You're going out to have a good time with people. Next thing you know, the boat that you're on actually explodes. I want to pray for everybody in this situation and ask the Father God to step in with healing hands. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
9 people were injured after a boat reportedly exploded at Schaefer's Canal House restaurant in Chesapeake City, Maryland. Officials say 7 people were on the boat, 2 were on a nearby dock at the time. The extent of their injuries has not been released, and the cause of that explosion remains under investigation. 9 people.
And thank you so much, Brian Falcone. What's going on, Brian? How you doing out there today? The best host, the best show and chat. Yes, you guys, we already prayed for that. Now we talked to you yesterday about Calais Campbell. Calais, I think I'm saying that right. Calais Campbell. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. And we always talk about situations like this where I tell you guys to have that mental person in your house when you know that they got something going on, it's very dangerous. What's even more dangerous is for you to allow or to see that that mentally challenged person is staying with an elderly person, maybe your grand aunt or someone like that. Why? Because if they ever snap around that person, they could never really defend themselves. We talk about this all the time. Why? Rob Reiner, so many other people. No, but he's my son. He's my, and I got an extra room for him. Okay. Let's get on over to this situation where it's the perfect example of what I told you about. Now, there was a situation where the mother was found and the brother was charged. And it was pretty weird because Calais actually says, and a lot of the family members says, they thought it was pretty weird that he was driving the mother's car. Because of course, if anything, she would never allow him to drive her car. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen, you guys. We got to get on over to Baltimore. We're staying there. Let's go.
A lot is coming out from Atlanta police today before this tragedy. They're
Atlanta. Sorry, let's go. Atlanta.
responding to 9 other calls to the home since last September. Among the reasons, a suspicious and demented person, a fight, and a fire. Now, in the 911 call, a sibling of Calais Campbell can be heard asking for a welfare check on their mother.
I just tried to jump the window and he's in there. And he said she left, but the camera footage of my neighbor had shown she never left.
Atlanta police releasing a 911 call Wednesday after Kiari Campbell allegedly barricaded himself inside his mother's home.
My brother's, he's mentally ill. He stays with my mother. And this morning, we trying to how he came in her house. This morning, he drove in her car, which is very unusual. You know, that he doesn't drive at all. But the neighbor caught her on camera and drove off in her car. And we can't get in her house.
Police arrived and found 71-year-old Natal Campbell dead inside. Her son soon arrested in her murder.
Brief look into the history does show some calls back in April dealing with this location, a possible arson incident. So, there have been some indications of possibly some mental health issues with the individual.
The 41-year-old is the brother of Ravens defensive end Calais Campbell, who just returned to Baltimore for a second stint in his 19th NFL season. A Ravens spokesperson tells WBAL TV 11 News, quote, "We are incredibly saddened to learn about the passing of Calais Campbell's mother. We extend our deepest condolences and full support to Calais and his family during this difficult time. We ask that everyone please respect their privacy while they grieve from this heartbreaking loss."
Yes, we definitely will understand that because people just can't, get right up. We're gonna need time to mourn. As far as for Calais Campbell's family, also definitely we have to take care of our own here, and we saw that in the comments as well, Miss Keisha. We see that you have to attend two, not just one but two funerals this weekend. I really want to apologize to you for that, and I'm letting you know that you have family here. So whatever you need from us, we will be here for you and we will be praying for you because that's how we are. We like to support our family members as well as anyone out there that needs us and our support. We don't just say that we're going to pray for you. We stop, hold your hand right there, and we do it. So we want to pray for your strength and we want to pray for your ability to move through these tragic times and hope that you can move forward with what you're dealing with. And you ask the Lord to give you the strength that you need to help you move forward in these times. We ask that today and we pray. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. That was a sad one right there. I feel so sorry for the mom. Probably was only trying to look out for her son or grandson or whatever the case may be. And look what happened. 71 years old. They're not thinking about that. That's my nephew, whatever. Let me go ahead and let him stay somewhere. Next thing you know, this happens. Let's get on over to what we going over here. We got hundreds. Oh, I don't know what you guys think about this. We got hundreds of white nationalists that basically that are supporters of and that dissented on Washington for the 4th of July. What do you guys know about this? Did you guys see any of these white nationalists that were actually activated coming out in the 4th of July? Looks like they all got together as a group. Hundreds of mass patriots front supporters dissent on Washington's D.C. for the 4th of July. Yeah, you shoot heat stroke. Oh, you make to the gym. How you sweat? You guys know anything about this? You guys see this?
He's sitting there. Don't mean to crank you up here, sorry. Great, let's do. That makes. Hey,
So we got two comments in there. We got they the feds, and then we got another one saying that why they so scrawny. Yes, let's get that out the way because you fam over there, Eric. We got to pray for you. Didn't know that you're going to be going in for spine surgery. Oh my God, gotta pray for you, brother. Pray for you. Pray for a 100% surgery for a successful surgery, and we want to pray for a 100% full recovery. Yes, we hold love for you, brother. Definitely got to pray for you. Please, Father God, this time, please have our brother in your hands as we go in this time together with him in prayer as he goes under the knife to rectify issues that he's having with his back. And I hope, Lord, that he has a 100% recovery as well, 100% surgery as well as a 100% recovery. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. I told you, you got to do it right there because this way you can't say I forgot. Can't say I forgot. Let's keep on going, you guys. This one here, I don't even want to report. It doesn't even make sense when an Army veteran allegedly got powed and lost his life over a parking confrontation. If you guys know anything about this story, you've probably heard about it before, but let's get on over to Florida where this incident just kept on escalating and basically ended with tragedy. Let's get on over here and see what happened with this Army veteran, you guys. Let's go in this fatal parking lot powing.
This morning, the ongoing investigation into a deadly confrontation in Florida, a parking space dispute turning deadly outside a Walmart. 62-year-old Bart DeGuglielmo shot and killed.
female shot someone outside the parking lot. Both of them were fighting over a parking spot.
Authorities say the altercation started about 5 minutes earlier, with the two drivers fighting over a parking spot. DeGuglielmo then parked his car, partially blocking the spot, and walked into the store. Witnesses say the woman then managed to slip into the spot anyway. The woman is then seen getting out of her car, phone in one hand, gun in the other, yelling at DeGuglielmo, who appears to be yelling back. He's then seen walking toward her as she points the gun at him. She backs up several times, gun leveled. She retreats around the car. He follows. An eyewitness says the woman repeatedly warned him she'll shoot if he keeps coming at her. He appears to leave, but then quickly returns. Then she opens fire, shooting to Guglielmo. Police then take the woman into custody. Officials say she claims she was acting in self-defense. Now, that woman is no longer in custody and the shooting is under current investigation. Prosecutors will have to decide what charges, if any at all, are warranted. Really, guys, it's just a question of, is this self-defense or not?
Yeah, but unnecessary parking spot.
Okay, 55. She says he kept advancing. I'm on the phone and it's small. What, you got a small phone today, Lisa? Okay, it's all good. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I still want to pray for him. I understand he was advancing. Still want to pray for him as well, because you ain't expecting to lose your life like that. Amen, you guys. I don't even know what to say in this one. Amen. But somebody lost their life, an Army veteran. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Somebody says she's guilty. Somebody says self-defense all day. Don't around in Florida, don't run up on people. People has lost their brains lately. Yeah, you guys, over a parking spot. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I kind of tell you and I, sometimes let's just walk away from it. Let them win. Let them win, because we got another day to fight to be here. Aspen, Colorado, we got homeowner. I can't even look at this one. He was watching his entire acreage, all of his on a security camera, go up in flames. You got a house in Colorado, all of a sudden wildfires break out. It may be your summer home. Next thing you know, what happens? You're watching it on the Ring camera go up in flames. Sad situation right here. You know, they had all these fires out in Colorado.
On social media a lot. You've probably seen video recorded on a Ring security camera that shows the Aspen Acres fire encroaching rather on a property. Now, the flames eventually consumed that property that belonged to Joseph Armenio, and it was his slice of solitude before, and now, like so many others, he's going to have to rebuild.
Damn.
You know, I was hoping to get up there before the fire came.
But it was too fast for Joseph Armenio. All he could do was watch.
Once, you know, fire's in the trees and the wind's high, the best people can do is get it out of the way.
His Ring security camera captured the moments leading up to the destruction.
Good morning, El Jadero.
There's a lot of people that are suffering with, you know, fear, uncertainty.
For Joseph, there was a measure of mercy watching it happen in real time.
You know, they're getting evacuated and they don't know. And so I just try to tell myself I'm blessed because I know.
As of Friday evening, the Aspen Acres fire had already forced roughly 11,000 people to evacuate. What do crews need the most to help fight this fire?
A break. I mean, we're under another day of red flag warnings. And what that means is high winds, low humidity, high temperatures.
Al Nash is a public information officer with the Alaska Complex Incident Management Team.
Frankly, we are more likely to see.
Not too far from Angels. It's southwest of me. Oh my God, I hope I don't mess with y'all.
Very significant fire behavior later in the season, like 6, maybe even 8 weeks from now.
This is much earlier than expected.
I won't say it's unprecedented, but it's unusual.
It's an urgent situation.
I'd love to tell you that.
Now those flames are intense.
A half dozen days into the fire that we'd be getting our arms around it, but I can't tell you that this evening because we're not there yet.
They need cooler temperatures to prevail.
If we can get a little moisture that doesn't come with thunderstorms and lightning that starts new fires, that would give us just that little bit of an opportunity to begin establishing some control line.
Oh, sad situations there. A lot of people losing their lives. And you know what else we think about that a lot of others don't? We think about the animals. We think about all of the animals, all of the creatures and all of the stuff that lives in the trees, lives out there in those forests and in those places. Want to pray for the animals as well as the people that are losing their properties as well. Can't forget about the animals. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to Houston now. We got a repairman. And have you already subscribed to the channel? I see we got a couple of gloves that went out today. And thank you so much for donating those gloves as well. We got a bunch of new people that have the gym glove. That are new people. Also, if you have already done it, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen. That's all you got to do. You see that right there? But Boogotti's on. Our bottom line. Double tap that screen to get those likes. likes up. And again, we are Cash App Boogotti Cash. That's BOOGOTTI Cash. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got a repairman who was found lifeless inside a vacant lot, inside of a vacant apartment. I mean, and the crazy thing about this, a vacant home. The crazy thing about this is he was supposed to meet up with the homeowner, and the next thing you know, the repairman was found inside, pow. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's see what's going on with this story in Houston.
Breaking this morning, investigators now searching for answers after a repairman's house call turned deadly. Deputies found the man shot to death inside a vacant home after his worried family tracked down his work truck. This happened at a home on Crayfee Drive in Northeast Harris County. KPRC2 News reporter TJ Parker is there now. TJ, what are you learning about all this?
Well, Sophia, the repairman was expected to meet someone at this home behind me here for some repairs. Instead, deputies found him dead
That's his van right there. His van's still parked outside.
inside of this vacant home. As we push in here, you can still see that repairman's truck outside of the home. Now, investigators are trying to figure out who was here with him. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says the repairman arrived at the home Thursday afternoon to repair a leak. When he failed to return home, his family got a hold of his employer, who found his work truck parked outside this home. When deputies got inside, they found the 31-year-old man dead with a gunshot wound. Investigators say the home is vacant and that the homeowner's son had been scheduled to meet the repairman. Detectives have not been able to contact him and are also looking into a black sedan seen leaving the property. Crime scene investigators recovered shell casings and spent the overnight hours working to secure a search warrant to full.
How many people agree with Lisa right now? Lisa says it's a setup. If you agree with Lisa, give her a thumbs up, you guys. And if you don't agree, give her a thumbs down. If you think it was a setup like Lisa's saying right now, give us a thumbs up. You think it wasn't? Thumbs down. Let's see what you guys think on this one.
Fully process the home. Now back out here live, investigators have not announced any arrests, and they're still working to figure out exactly what was going on inside the home when that shooting happened. As detectives continue interviewing witnesses and following leads.
Here we go. Good morning. We appreciate you tuning in with us on Our Bottom Line. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. We're on YouTube, the #1 show on YouTube from 6 o'clock until we're done. Our Bottom Line. Let's keep on going.
Asking anyone with information to contact the Harris County Sheriff's Office.
I see we got a lot of thumbs up. Yeah.
This morning, I'm TJ Parker, KPRC 2 News.
Yeah. The crazy thing about it is they definitely knew that he was going to be there. They said it was the son. Now, let's say, for instance, if that wasn't, let's say if they knew that that house was on the market, somebody had a problem with him. All they really had to do was break into that home and set up that meeting to get him there and pow. Never know what he did to lead up to that. That'd be a crazy story. A movie can start off like that. That'd be pretty interesting. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. But also, can't forget about the man's life. We're talking about what happened. We're talking about how it happened. But we can't forget about the man's life until we find out foul play. Still have to show massive respect and massive love and pray for the man's soul as well as his family, because we never know who's being hurt throughout this tragic time right now. People have families and people that want to get home to their children. Lord knows they're wondering where their father is at. Want to pray for him as well as his children right now, that they find out what's going on so that they can at least get some closure. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got AI powered robots now. I told you guys about this. We've been talking about this for months now. And now that's the new tech searching the ocean floors for mines. We talked about the Strait of Hormuz, right? And then they said that we got to go down there and see if there's any mines down there before we can allow ships to go through comfortably. Well, guess what? Anybody ever wonder what's down there searching for those mines? There's a company right now. That's all they do. They try to eliminate the human element from certain tactics like that so that the human beings don't have to worry about losing their lives. I'd rather a piece of equipment or maybe a machine get boomed before one of us. You can always replace a machine, but you can't always replace a person. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with these AI-powered robots.
It has tank treads that can help it walk the beach and seamlessly enter the water, where it can traverse the seafloor. It's called the Bayonet, A robot from GreenCIQ that could change the game when it comes to underwater military hazards. Hazards like underwater mines, a major fear of the war with Iran. A U.S. official telling NBC News they found and destroyed more than one mine in or near the Strait of Hormuz. But in Plymouth, Massachusetts, GreenCIQ CEO Ben Kinnaman says Bayonet can take the human risk out of the equation.
Our traditional means of working with contested water space and sea mines and threats in the ocean is to utilize men and women, real people in diving gear to go down and investigate threats and neutralize those.
Man, listen, I'm a businessman. I'm thinking like, if I can get an investor and a captain with a ship that wants to go look for buried treasure, I get me one of these. We drop this next to the Titanic. Ching, 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 ching. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about making some dough. Y'all, let's go, y'all. Let's go ahead and get them likes up. You see what Liberty's talking about.
It's an enormously dangerous thing to say.
It's one of the most dangerous things I could think of doing.
At almost 500 pounds, Bayonet can do the dirty work itself.
Bayonet is very skilled at finding threats in the ocean, on the seabed, and dealing with them.
We put it to the test. Okay, so here's the game.
Yo, did you see that? It identified it. I'm so sorry about that as well, Lisa, because you know I can't let that get by. Want to pray for your grandfather as well, who lost his life being a landlord and doing what landlords do. God bless him as well. Thank you for sharing with us.
Game plan. We're going to show how this works in practice by going out into the water here and dropping a pretend mine. And then we're going to deploy Bayonet 250 here and see how it can detect something that shouldn't be in there. I sailed out and dropped the objects for the robot to find. Back on shore, it was time to launch Bayonet 250. Through a tablet, junior field engineer Aiden Smith can monitor what Bayonet sees and senses. Hey, it's a little dirty in that water.
Yeah, but that's pretty typical in a lot of parts of the world. That's why we're really leaning on our sonar here.
And the Bayonet finds something unusual. And now I see these exclamation points.
Yep, so that exclamation point.
So what is Bayonet saying right now?
It's saying, hey, this is an object of interest. We should go check this out.
GreenSea says it can do more than find the threats. Bayonet can be fitted to do the job of clearing mines on the seabed. And with the power of AI, it can even operate autonomously, but under the supervision of real humans.
As our adversaries create scalable warfare and threats, we need to respond with scalable mitigation and countermeasures. And this is what robotics provides for us. Robotics provides us the ability to safely scale mitigation and counter warfare.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it, especially if it can save lives. Now let it go down there and clean up the coral and all that. How about that? How about we get some underwater what do we call those? Roombas. How about we do that? Fine. Let's get those Roombas. Get the Roomba that can go out there and clean the seabeds and get all of that nasty plastic and crap out of the water, right? That'd be nice. Let's find a Roomba that can do that. That'd be dope. How you guys feeling about the story so far? Are you guys charged up? Are you happy that it's Monday? I know I'm feeling good, especially that I'm here on Our Bottom Line. If you are, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up because we got so much more to bring you guys, I'm telling you. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Let's get on over to Jackson. We got some stolen police rifle that was linked to Jackson triple powing. Yeah. Lost their lives. Guess what? Let's keep on moving forward. Let's get on over to Jackson, you guys.
Details are emerging on the triple homicide investigation in Jackson. Up news, Mercy Rain spoke with the mayor and police chief and joins us live now from JPD headquarters.
Colessive says it like they paid him a little money to say the word bayonet. I just want to hear how many more times that guy says bayonet.
Orders. Mercy, what did they tell you?
Well, Melanie, police believe the weapon used in the triple homicide was actually stolen from a JPD vehicle, but Chief Brackney says the focus must remain on those responsible.
The responsibility in this case for this senseless murder rests solely on the individuals who chose to engage in stealing the firearm and who chose to use it to commit those heinous crimes.
Cornelius Carter, Jordan Carter, Michaela Young, and Devon Modicure all face capital murder charges in this case.
They look high right now. They look high right now. Only one possibly not so, sober as her. But him, please. He look high right now, and you can forget about it. Like he on some sort of powder or dope or whatever they call it. All of them look lit.
During a traffic stop involving Cornelius Carter and Michaela Young, officers recovered multiple firearms. One of those weapons was a short-barreled rifle that had previously been stolen from a JPD vehicle about 8 weeks ago. Based on preliminary evidence, investigators believe that weapon was used in the triple homicide that claimed the lives of 25-year-old Kiana Weathersby, 30-year-old Erica Weathersby, and 2-year-old Kamari Gibbons.
Yes, that's the follow-up story right here. We've been showing you guys this story last week about these two. You remember the two sisters as well as the toddler who lost his life? Well, yes, this is the other side of that story.
Gibbons. Mayor John Horn calls this unacceptable.
We hold ourselves to a higher standard, and we will make changes necessary to ensure that this never happens again.
At this time, no questions about why the gun was in the vehicle were answered, but both the mayor and police chief had messages for the city of Jackson and the victim's family.
Our investigators will continue to follow this evidence wherever it leads. We owe the victims, their families, and this community nothing less than a complete, transparent, and thorough pursuit of justice. The victims' families, I want you to know, and I want you to hear this directly from me. The city stands with you, and we will not stop until justice is served in this case.
And as the city still tries to move forward from the tragic weekend, they are asking everyone, if you see something, say something.
Thank you, Supreme Entertainment.
Mercy Rain, 12 News.
Oh man, we so tired of crap like this happening. And again, I know we did it the last time, but we definitely got to get those prayers in the air, especially when there's babies involved and children and parents and things. I'm telling you, I don't find any excuse, any reasoning. What could be the reason to take people's lives as well, especially a baby, a toddler that don't even know how to describe you or whatever. Whoever's responsible for this, I pray that they're found. And I do want the family to be able to get some closure on this once they do find this monster, this piece of crap, or pieces of garbage. We ask that today, that they get some closure and some understanding, and we find out who these people are, because before they can harm someone else. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to, yeah, I can't even dance around and play on this one. I got to just say it. We're going to go over to Los Angeles. We got a do not swim warning in the ocean. Now, what's the use of going to the beach if you can't swim in the waters? You know what I'm talking about, right? So now it defeats the purpose. And it's just like me. I don't like the beach in the first place. But the reason I would go to the beach is because, oh, it's so hot. I got to go get in the water. Yeah, at least you got a place to go cool down. But in certain places in Los Angeles, they have a new do not swim warning that's going on because of the ocean water. And they got all of these warnings going around that's been issued for several county beaches. I think you guys need to know about this as far as the no swim, number one. And the number two is be careful. And if you have children, you have to make sure that those lifeguards try to go to a beach that has a lifeguard, because not only will you be there to take care of your toddler and your children, you have an extra eye to watch them when they're in the water. And it's always better to have someone that can help you just in case. We always like to be preventative over here, you guys, as well. We don't try to scare you, but we just try to give you the best information as possible.
Unfortunately, there's a warning to beachgoers as crowds are expected to flock to the beaches this holiday weekend.
They do not swim.
Look like you going to the beach looking like Chrissy Snow over there. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Look at Chrissy, y'all. He's a lovable face that needs your place, three's company.
Warning has been issued across several local waters due to elevated bacteria levels. KTLA's Rachel Menitoff live at Dockweiler Beach in Playa del Rey with details. Rachel?
Like a court, while the sand is open and people can come out and enjoy, the takeaway tonight is that you're making sure to look at those latest advisories before you go into the water because conditions can change really quickly. The nice thing about
I got to get all of this in. You guys are dropping the facts. 55 Coffee, Lisa Roy says it was like that in San Diego too. They would say it's because the sewage water that came in from MX. Then we got another person said that Sassy says they've been dumping human water in the ocean on the West Coast for years. That could definitely be a right thing, like Liberty and Justice just seconded. Come and dance on our floor. Take a step that is new.
Weiler is it's one of the few places with bonfires, which is kind of a fun tradition over the 4th. Beautiful weather, friends and family reuniting, and a day off of work. Great minds think alike, and for many, the water is the way to go.
Because it's just gorgeous, especially here specifically. Like all the people are chill. Everybody's in community, which is one of my favorite things. So it's awesome to see how everyone interacts with each other and just is here to have a good time.
Nancy Moscoto and Alexis Escovedo get to Dockweiler Beach early, 9 a.m. sharp, to reserve a spot for their whole
They need to do that for like a week straight.
family.
Securing your pit, football, soccer, you name it. And we love the West Coast. We are so lucky to be here with beaches, and this is like prime time.
Millions in SoCal are flocking to the beach over the 4th of July holiday, with Huntington Beach alone anticipating more than 500,000 visitors for its annual Oceanside Fireworks Show.
Somebody said Doodoo Beach. It's kind of like Reese Beach in New York. I would never even stick my foot in none of these beaches, you guys. Oh my God. I remember we went to Reese Beach and some big old, I don't know what it was, came up on the land dead. I'm like, if that thing can't survive, how could we?
One word of warning if you are in the Orange County area. A 2,000-gallon raw sewage spill closed a part of Thalia Beach in Laguna. It's thanks to a malfunctioning sewer line pump, which allowed the untreated sewage to flow into the ocean.
So raw sewage, straight, whatever, raw sewage guys, whatever went down in the toilet, that's what's out there. Disgusting and gross. Yeah, Doodoo Beach.
I didn't hear about a sewage spill, so
Reconsidering that.
I'm considering putting everything back in the truck and heading up.
The OC Healthcare Agency closed a half-mile stretch of coastline and tells people not to swim, surf, or dive because the bacteria can cause a whole host of illnesses. No such closures in the South Bay, but LA County health officials are warning people about elevated bacteria levels, including parts of Dockweiler near the Bologna Creek and Hyperion outfalls. Away from the affected shoreline,
Be careful out there, you guys. Somebody in the comments is like, son of a beach. I wanted to go to the beach. Son of a beach. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen, Brian. That was a good one. Watch out. There's a floating turd. Ooh, imagine you out there. Oh, I got some water in my mouth. The next thing, big turd go by with some oatmeal in it. Oh my God, that'll be the worst day ever. No lunch, no dinner, no nothing. Oh my God, let's keep on going, you guys. Had to get you. Let's go. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Have a floater out there. Doing is just floating in the water. And then when it gets close to you, it don't move. You be like, yo, why you don't just keep floating? Mr. Turd from what's his name? From family, from South Park. You know what I'm talking about. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We gotta get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Let's go, you guys. Let's go because we got to get on over to the East River because 2 were injured when a seaplane makes a hard landing in the East River. Hope they ain't got none of that boo-boo in the East River because if so, you guys are just gonna have to have to deal with it because they just landed in the East River.
A seaplane makes a hard landing into the East River with passengers on board. Lisa Rosser has the dramatic video and the rescue efforts.
Alan, it happened here on the East River near 23rd Street. Fire department boats have since towed the plane away. Dramatic
And this is the video from inside the plane as it goes down in the water.
video from inside the plane shows it landing with the Empire State Building in view until... Oh. The Federal Aviation Administration says the seaplane was traveling from the Hamptons when it made a hard landing near Brooklyn, which caused a wing strut to snap. The wing strut is a sturdy pole that connects the airplane's wing to the main body and helps hold the wing up. Police say 8 people were removed from the plane by FDNY units.
Two civilians had minor injuries, and at least one of them refused medical attention.
Nah, bro, not me. I'd have been like this. Oh, my back, my neck and my back. Oh, I'm taking y'all to court. I'm suing y'all for everything. But we could settle out of court right now for $2 and some envelopes. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get them likes up. Anybody know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about Ezel. Hey, Smokey, I clean up all that shit back there for $2. Come on, y'all. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to Beware of Drowning. We got an OC toddler that expected to survive drowning rescue, 2-year-old. Sad situation right here, you guys. Yes, we got a 2-year-old, but hopefully it's going to be able to survive this drowning rescue. Let's go, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got to keep on moving. We got a lot of news to cover.
4th of July, a great day to head to the pool earlier today for some fun and relaxation. But there's an important reminder tonight for parents
Okay,
of
Scooter.
young children. Just a day ago, in the city of Orange, a 2-year-old child nearly drowned in a pool before being rescued by his sister.
And today, another family spoke out about losing their child when he drowned, and now they're using his death to save lives. Rachel Menitoff explains from Orange.
Hi, good evening. This is a really important message, especially over the holiday weekend when so many people are sitting by the pool or going to the beach. Drowning is the leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4. And tragically, you'll hear from one Orange County family who knows this all too well. Turning their pain into purpose, Jonathan St. Clair and Julie LaPiccolo share their story about their late son, Jasper, as a cautionary tale because they don't want it to happen to anyone else. Jasper was a fun-loving baby. Sadly, he never reached his 2nd birthday. A babysitter and the couple's neighbor had taken him to her home. He walked out of an open door to the backyard pool. The area was not gated, and for a brief moment, Jasper was left alone. He was found face down in the pool, deprived of oxygen, and died in the hospital a week later.
We went home to an empty house that day, and we just needed to sort of channel that grief and that anger into something positive.
We took every parenting class there was, and we just realized that we didn't know enough about how quickly somebody could drown.
Jonathan and Julie want.
There you go, you guys. Angels Among Us says the leading cause of death is drowning. I'd never guessed that. This is sad. Poor little man. Yeah, it's very sad.
I want to remind you, their son's death was 100% preventable. They've since started the Jasper Ray Foundation and partnered with local fire departments to do one of the most important things, educate. On Friday afternoon, the city of Orange responded to a near drowning of another 2-year-old. A sibling was able to pull the infant from the water. Grandma took on CPR and the child is going to be just fine. Firefighter paramedic Katie Sullivan was on the call.
It can happen with lots of people, no people. They talk about silent drowning. It's not like they portray in the movies always where someone's thrashing around.
There's also something called touch supervision. This means being within arm's reach of a young child so that you can pull them right out.
Don't rely on a float.
Look at that. Brian Falcone says that my best friend drowned in a lake in the 7th grade. Been traumatized ever since. I don't get far into the water on the beach. Look at that. It only takes a moment. And then what else we got? Drowning is so silent. Yeah, it's so silent and fast. Same thing that happened to an influencer's 2-year-old daughter. Very sad, Angels.
Or water wings or a raft.
Julie showed us these yellow swim cards, which are used to designate an adult supervisor who's obviously a good swimmer. It can be for a 15-20-minute period before swapping with someone else. She also suggests you empower your own child.
You know, we prioritize so many other athletic activities and, you know, make swimming your child's first sport.
And this might seem like an obvious one, but if you are the designated supervisor, no cell phones, no drinking, or any other kind of distraction.
Now you see why we ask you to go ahead and get those likes up? Because we show educational things too over here. Not just reporting the news, but other things that other channels don't really hone in on, that we can actually elaborate on each other. So we like for you to double tap because YouTube sees that, okay, let's get more people over here. They put the heading up, boom, and then they see Trump with the flame. What's going on over here? And then they get on over here and say, what's going on? And then let us do the rest by showing them good content. You guys being a fantastic audience, as well as co-hosts, as well as members and family. This way we can keep a good core conversation going on Everybody wants to be a part of that. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. And yes, we're praying for all of our children this summer. We're praying for all of our people, period, when it comes down to being careful, when it comes down to drowning. Want to make sure that we got the right sort of resources out there. And again, last thing I'll say is, you guys, please make sure there's a lifeguard or you are within arm's reach of your child. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to Detroit now. We got a situation where, okay, Detroit, I want to know. Anybody hear about this lady? Powered a man and ran and tried to get away in the bushes. Yeah, still nabbed somebody. I'm sorry. Over in a Taylor apartment complex. She tried to get away and was caught in the bushes. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen, get those likes up.
New video here tonight shows police tracking down a woman accused of stabbing a man to death. Taylor police say that woman was found hiding behind a bush here, and now she is facing charges.
Noelle Friel is live in Taylor with how police were able to track her down. Noelle.
Yeah, police are investigating this as a domestic homicide, saying they were able to identify the suspect based off of previous domestic dispute reports. And police are still working to learn exactly what led up to this stabbing, which they believe happened right outside the victim's car in the parking lot of this apartment complex. Taylor police working to learn what led up to a fatal stabbing at the Taylor Park Townhomes apartment complex that cost a 25-year-old man his life. The call came in around 4:15 a.m. Taylor police responded to this apartment complex and found the man lying dead next to his car. Police were able to quickly identify the 26-year-old suspect, saying she had a previous history of domestic disputes. Police were able to track her here to Salem Street in Detroit. Officers say she abandoned her vehicle, got out, fled on foot, and neighbors tell me they found her hiding in some bushes near this field.
She had fled from our officers in her vehicle. We were in unmarked, so we did not pursue. We located her vehicle abandoned. A few minutes later, we set up a perimeter on that location and contacted Michigan State Police K-9, who responded to the scene. They did a track, and after...
Angel says thermal cameras would find her in a bush, dummy. What else you got? Whoa, domestic. Yeah, trying to hide behind the bush is crazy. Yeah, respect the host or you out of here. You heard Liberty. Good for the neighbors. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy right there. Low key, we show a bunch of different videos over here. We have a comments inside the chat about different things that we speak about. Have a lot of good different topics. We also have the health and wellness section that's coming up. We have a pretty good rapport of family members over here. So if you want to check us out, do so. You might like the show. Right now, we're going over a topic where a woman was found hiding in some bushes after she tried to stills nab her boyfriend, and the police was looking after her.
A short time, we were able to locate her just beyond the vehicle, hiding in a bush.
Security video from nearby homes shows state police combing through yards in the area.
And you're not getting away from the dog. The worst thing you wish for, how about this? The worst thing that they really can do is take the dog off the leash, because that's going to be worse. Because if the dog find you first, and 9 times out of 10, he going to bite you. And then you got to hope that they get over there fast enough to try to get him to release you. So be careful when you're trying to run if there's a canine on the scene.
With a canine. Kelly Beaupre, who works at the restaurant Duffy's Den just down the street from where officers made the arrest, said she was stunned to learn what had happened.
It's just very scary. You don't think that something like this is going to happen in your backyard.
Neighbors we talked to say the street was surrounded by police, and they didn't learn what the arrest was connected to until hours later.
And then to learn that this was tied to a homicide earlier in the day. I mean, how shocking is that? That's what's mind-boggling. Like, that's crazy.
They need to make meta glasses with thermal so they could put the thermal glasses on and just go like this. Oh, we got some heat coming off this bush over here.
And again, police are still working to learn what led up to this and say neither the suspect or the victim had any connection to this apartment complex.
Jack Welshon said that she thought she could turn green.
Continue to keep you updated as we learn more.
Predator Vision says Brian Falcone. And you know how the dogs be. The dog, you be telling the dog, what you do? You know better than to mess this stuff up over there. Dog stand frozen like this, like maybe if I stand still, she won't realize I'm here. Maybe she'll think I'm invisible. You ever try to do the invisible move like this before you see your dog doing this? Nah, fool, you ain't invisible. We see what's going on. Get your ass over there. Next thing you know, you're getting a spanking messing around. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go. Hey, Smokey. Yeah, Smokey back there taking the shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Hey, Smokey, I clean up all that shit for you for $2. Smokey couldn't even hide in the bush. Ezel ain't even have no thermal. He had crack thermal. You ain't hiding from no crackhead. Let me tell you something. If they could send two things, a bloodhound or a crackhead. This how you do it. You say Ezel. If you go find him back there, we give you $10. Ezel be like, shit, by the time he be back there you go. He behind the barbecue pit. Now give me my $10. I got a meeting to make with the hookup man. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up because we got to get on over to Los Angeles where fireworks appear to what? To pop out into the stands at a BMO stadium after the Angel City, the FC game. That's what I'm talking about. You got those fireworks going up in the air. Boom, 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 boom. There's nothing secure in the base of that thing. What if it start rocking like this and it falls over? Next thing you know, you got skyrockets aiming at you until the whole load is done. Yep, that's what happened at this game over here in Los Angeles. Something toppled over and started aiming at the crowd, the people in the crowd, y'all. Check this out.
And speaking of when things can go wrong, you're looking at an apparent fireworks mishap at BMO Stadium last night. Angel City FC had a scheduled fireworks show after the game against the Orlando Pride. As you can see.
Now you see right there, I told you guys there was a house fire and on Saturday because of fireworks. Yes, it happens all the time. All that skyrocket got to do is go in the window and set the drapes on fire. You in trouble once your drapes on fire.
Here, some of them started shooting right into the stands. The person who was recording this video said that everyone was evacuated, but by that point, the show was over. No one was hurt, thankfully. Angel City FC replied.
Hey, Dustin, you over here trying to read minds or something like that? What's going on with you, Dustin? I mean, you've been around for a while. And they say that when you've been around something for a while, you can almost sense what's about to happen. So people, pay attention to Dustin right now. He just says, oh, wow, it's going to be a good day today. I'm speaking it into existence. Seems like you're good with consistency, my friend. And it seems like you're really going to love the health and wellness section because that's what it's about today. Being consistent and making sure that you're going to project what you're going to have, talking about it and being about it. Good prediction on that health and wellness section as well.
Replied to it saying, quote, the club is just monitoring the situation closely.
Okay, you guys, we got to get on over to Detroit before we can get to that. So.
Tonight, a dramatic early morning fraud crash.
No, we got to get on over to Detroit right now because we got to keep on moseying through so that we can make it to that section. We got to get on over to Detroit first. That was a little early prediction, but I had to call it out because it was a good one. And if you were happy that what's going on so far, you guys are getting news from all over the world, politics, updates on what's going on with food, up to date, everything going on with entertainment. That's coming up as well as everything behind the scenes with the #1 show on YouTube, especially when we're on Our Bottom Line. That's right, you guys. #1 host, #1 co-host, as well as mods and family members right here from 6 o'clock until we're done. Now, how? Good one. Good one. When you're drinking, let's start it all over again. Detroit, come on over here. I got something for you again. Detroit, you know how when you're trying to be responsible and you say, you know what, I'm going to leave my car at home today because I'm planning on having some drinks. And the worst thing that can happen is I get into an accident. So you know what? Kudos. I'm going to give everybody thumbs up that calls a car, an Uber, or a Lyft. All of you guys, you get nothing but props because you probably know you're going to be drinking and the last thing you need to do is be inebriated while you're behind the wheel. We thank you for thinking ahead and we appreciate you guys. Also, imagine this. Let's say you do call a car. How can you call a car to make sure that you don't drink and drive while meanwhile the Lyft driver winds up being drunk and he gets accused of crashing? Yeah, the Lyft driver that came to get this person in Detroit, yep, caused an accident. And next thing you know, they're in an accident no matter what.
Two rideshare passengers thought they did the responsible thing and called a Lyft after drinking. Tonight, both are in the hospital, accusing the driver of being drunk behind the wheel. Fox 2's Dave Spencer is live at Detroit Police Headquarters. Dave, this is a wild turn of events here.
Now that's some we would have made up. How come we ain't think of that, y'all? We supposed to be more on point. We supposed to be like, okay, now let's just flip scenarios. Let's say, okay, cool, the Lyft driver come drunk. But we would never think of nothing like that. And we always said, it's getting to the point where we can make up something in our head and it happens.
Yeah, and I spoke with those passengers, two women in their 20s. They say they're hurt, one physically really bad. She had surgery. They're upset, and they know they're lucky to be alive. That's because the car that they called, the ride share that they hired, crashed into a parked SUV, flipped several times. All of this happening early Sunday morning right here in Detroit. This is the aftermath of a Sunday morning crash on Linwood near Grand Boulevard in Detroit, right outside Simone Kent's house.
And I just see like the black Lincoln. I guess it was coming to a stop because it just hit down. And I realized this truck, which is my neighbor's truck, was up on the sidewalk facing back this way.
And this is what happened to one of those passengers.
It's messing with like my eyesight. It's kind of blurry and stuff like that. I keep falling asleep back to back. Like I'm really having problems in my life because of this accident. Yes, I'm cut under here, under my throat. Like it's hard for me to swallow.
She's just 20 years old and was admittedly drinking with her friend, also 20. But says they called for a ride from Lyft, showing me on their phone the order and the driver and the route they took.
So somebody says that's why you got to use the Waymo and autonomous driver now. No, you don't, because they're starting to go out into rejected lanes and stuff like that. Waymo is even worse. We've been reporting that already. Not while being drunk. Look at this. Can it roll over someone and eject them? Yeah, car rolled over last night and ejected somebody. The Lyft driver, yeah, cups of liquor. Look at that. What else you guys got over here? You seen her face? You seen her face?
They say he arrived fast and they were surprised by what happened next.
We already got our own liquor and stuff like that, so we just get in the car ready to go home. So we didn't go home. We had our own liquor. Yep, he seen we had our own liquor. He like pulled out his from the other way, and he was like, "Yeah, I've been sipping. Do y'all want a shot?" Yeah.
And the next thing they knew,
I just know we flipped twice. We flipped twice, and I don't remember the other part.
He asked them if they want a shot. You guys teach your children, as soon as you get a call like that or somebody say something like that, you get out the car. You don't stay in the car with them. You say, yeah, but pull over for a minute because I gotta do something. Pull over for a second. And whatever the hell he get the safety to pull you over, you get the hell out that car.
Just know I got out and I called the police.
neighbors come out and start recording the aftermath, including the alleged driver looking for a bottle of liquor.
They lost the bottle, the cat, so I don't know.
The two 20-year-old passengers say they filed a police report and reported the incident to Lyft and are looking for lawyers. So far, they're still waiting to hear back from all of them. And I also reached out to DPD and Lyft in regards to this. DPD has not yet to respond. Lyft did say they were asking for some more information. I provided them what information was provided to me, and they tell me.
Frank said, I'm suing him and Lyft for hiring him. And I'm signing, don't forget the insurance. Thanks, Liberty. We all have a choice. What else? MAGA for Biden. What else we got? That's exactly why I stay in the crib 24/7. It's boring, but at least I don't deal with any BS. Look at Union Ash. I know what you're talking about. Wow. Even the wig was shaking up. Oh, my. Yeah, that was the cousin of David. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to go. We got to keep moving forward, you guys.
That they're looking into it. So if we do hear back from either parties here, we'll be sure to post it at fox2detroit.com. Now, coming up at 11, what?
Yes, you guys, let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up if you have not already done so. Come on, y'all. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're working on getting up to 74,000 subscribers. I think we need like 600 more to get that. If everybody right here actually subscribe to the channel, we'll be that much closer. So everybody that actually liked, if you have not subscribed yet, come on over and subscribe to the channel, because what happens is it gives you a better chance of getting a glove. That's right. When we walk up there, people like myself, and we say, you know what? Boom, let's give out some gloves. Next thing you know, the subscribers are the ones that are going to get those gloves first. So don't think that you're just going to be able to hang out in the chat and not be able to participate. You can do that, but at least subscribe, because next thing you know, the next time you put up a message and somebody says, boom, we're going to gift out some gloves, those go to subscribers first, randomly, but it goes to subscribers. So you want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. This way, when we send out random gloves, like I'm feeling like doing today, think I might give out 5. Matter of fact, let me see something. I got 5 on it. I'm going to give you guys a chance. I'm going to cheat right now and let you know what I'm going to do. In exactly 5 minutes, I'll be giving away gloves. If you're not subscribed, that's up to you. If you are, got a better chance of getting free gloves. See, watch that. Miss Wanza just did it. And if you're already subscribed, watch, you're going to get a glove. See that? Look at that. DNT just got one. Joski just got one because there's some. Look at that. Just got one because you're subscribed. Told you. I guess just gave you a cheat. Now let's get on over to Disney because we talked about this before. This was a story that we had going on last week, you guys. You know what happened last week? There was a Disney display going on. It was a ride at Disneyland. Well, we're going to do a follow-up today where there was smoke and it was set on fire. Remember that one Disney display? I think it was some sort of ride that had to do with Fantasyland or whatever the case may be. Well, they told all of the riders and everybody in that area to get out of there because it was on fire. Guess what caused that fire? None other than a portable phone charger, you guys, burst into flames in Disney World. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up.
All new at 11, a scary moment for families visiting the most magical place on earth after a fire breaks out near one of Disney World's most popular rides. Officials say the culprit wasn't the attraction itself, but a piece of tech you probably use every day. They say a lithium-ion battery is to blame.
And Disney World isn't the only place where these batteries sparked a fire. Fox 35 Larissa Leon joins us live tonight. So, Larissa, these batteries are in items we use every single day.
Oh, every single day. It's likely even glued to your hand. Cell phones, some phone chargers, they all have lithium batteries in them. And Disney says that this fire was caused due to a phone charger. Remnants of a fire extinguisher lingering in the air at Disney's It's a Small World. Typically, the rides are the cause of all the excitement.
Now, if I can give you guys free memberships that cost us money, and Miss Swanza, one of our favorite co-hosts here, can do the same, you guys can hit that like button and you damn sure can subscribe because you're members now. Be a part of the family and show your love. Double tap that screen. You got your gloves now.
But on Wednesday, park goers were scrambling for a different reason. I just saw the flash of red and orange fire, and then everybody popping up real fast. We saw the fire, quick fire, and then and the smoke, and then everyone like kind of parted like the Red Sea. We reached out to Disney.
They trying to say it is. Thank you, Jordan Dowdy. Did the same thing. So Jordan's going crazy with the memberships too. Thank you so much. So you guys, you hear about this, right? Do you think that this is true? Or you think they're trying to pass the buck or pass the blame? Because you know an investigation came up. So let's see.
Disney. They say a guest portable phone charger caught fire near the ride's entrance. Cast members responded quickly using a fire extinguisher to put
A guest's portable charger caught fire near the entrance?
it out before the
Do you have any images of this?
fire department arrived. The ride shut down briefly, but reopened later that day. Luckily, no injuries were reported. That same day, crews in DeBerry battled a blaze of their own. The city says a garbage truck caught fire after someone tossed a lithium battery in the trash. The driver acted quickly, dumping the trash before the flames could spread.
The reason I'm letting the rest of these stories play because it all comes down to the lithium batteries. And there is a proper way to dispose of them. Because worst case scenario is if pressure comes in on top of a lithium battery and tries to break it open, there's a better chance of it exploding because of that impact, right? And then once it explodes, that's fire. And because of the lithium, it's going to keep on burning out. You guys taught me those batteries just keep on burning. You told me about that with the cars, those e-cars. Like, yo, Bugatti, them cars ain't regular when they go on fire. I'm like, what you mean? Y'all was like, bro, it's hard to put those fires out when it's an e-car. It's so much more work that you have to do. Can't just pour water on that. You got to do all sorts of other things. I didn't even know. Thank you guys for getting those gloves up and taking care of everybody. We've inspired the war right now. The war on becoming a member of our bottom line. Let's go.
The city says crews report 4 to 5 garbage truck fires a month because of the batteries. Zachary Mailhot with the Orlando Science Center says trashing these batteries can spark a dangerous chain reaction called thermal runaway.
That basically creates heat, and then that increases the amount of reactivity. That increases the heat, that increases the amount of reactivity in it, and it kind of feeds back into itself. And that can cause a really dangerous fire.
Mailhot says the best way to toss old devices is to take them to an e-waste recycling drop-off.
A lot of Best Buys have them. You guys can go to Walmart. There's a lot of places that have them. Don't just throw away your computers in the garbage either, because they actually have lithium batteries inside of them. Old cell phones will spark a flame inside of a garbage truck, you guys.
There's plenty around, or even places like Home Depot. A lot of hardware stores will take
Same thing with solar panels. I'm trying to save us as well.
those pieces of e-waste technology and dispose of them properly.
Here's some tips Mailhot has to offer.
Thanks for the love.
Overheating. Don't leave your batteries in the sun or hot garage. Avoid overcharging. Take it off the charger once it's at 100%. And don't use or dispose of the lithium battery.
Yes, lithium batteries will cause major fires, you guys. We're talking about a story right here where recent fires sparks around over lithium batteries. Be careful with the lithium batteries. The battery that's in your phone, the battery that's in that old computer. Once you put that in the garbage truck, if that pressure comes down on top of that battery, boom, it's going to explode and everything in there causes fire. Be careful. Even if it's not charged up, it don't even have to be charged up. The energy from pushing down on it. And they don't want anything like that happening. So remember, there are drop-off places, Best Buys, I think actually Home Depot may be having a drop-off area as well. And going green can be dangerous. Yeah, you're right about that as well. Guy, and also we appreciate you. Cell phones use lithium poly batteries, and they pack a whole lot. They pack a whole lot. You're right about that. Yes, let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen. Awareness is key. There you go, Joe. Let's keep on going.
If it is damaged. Take it off the charger once it's at 100%. Avoid overcharge.
That's right. Don't overcharge your phone because it's gonna hurt the phone. Then it hurt the battery, and then after that it'll hurt the phone. Don't keep on having your battery, or it got to be 100% all the time. It's actually good to let your phone die and go all the way down to 0, and then let the power go all the way back up. I know it's pretty crazy to say that, but it actually is, because if you just keep on taking it to one another level, you're never gonna know what the real true level is. So when it dies on me, sometimes I'm cool with that. I let it go from 0. I let it charge all the way up. It's like a reset. Let's keep on going forward, you guys.
Take it off the charger once it's at 100%.
Take it off the charger once it's at 100%, because if not, it's going to start getting the whole device hot. And don't leave it on a bed, under any pillows or things like that, because that will actually get hot and cause something that's going to spark, and then they're going to set the pillow on fire or whatever else like that too.
And don't use or
stop sleeping with the phone near your head. Exactly too. There you go.
dispose of the lithium battery if it is damaged. Now, obviously,
I don't think anything puts out a lithium fire, says Lasco Kid. It's hard to put it out, Lasco. I'm talking about hard.
Just told you they can cause fires, but worst case scenarios, they can explode. So do the right thing and safely dispose of them. Loris Leon, Fox 35 News.
You guys heard a lot of cases where the phones exploding in people's pockets. That's because of bad secondhand phones. You guys know about them secondhand phones that we've been seeing out there, right? The ones that you can get on all of these fake Alibaba websites or whatever like that, but they still work like Androids, but they may do something real cool. It might have a crazy function on it, right? But also you got to think about that. If they're in the second or third market, that might mean that they're not that good. Yeah, they got to follow FCC guidelines, but who's to say what slips through? A lot of times when you get some of these bad manufactured phones, you also get bad lithium batteries too. Be very careful right there. They burn even without O2. The best live stream on YouTube right here with Brad Pitbull, King Fire, Vincenta, Dustin, Liberty and Justice, and all of our people. I don't do it by myself, Brad. I can't do nothing without you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up for the #1 show on YouTube, which is Our Bottom Line, no matter what they say. And yes, if you've been here this long, it's time to get into it, because you guys are almost getting to the point where you can predict things. I'm talking about you guys are becoming consistent. And you know what consistency does? It makes you good at what you do. We've been doing this for so long, I can do it with my eyes closed. I know one thing every single day, I feel like I gotta come here and do what I gotta do, because if I don't, my day is just not going to run the same. And this is my startup. So I guess you guys see what I have to do. We've been through so much. We've been through flip screens when we were talking through the other side of the screen before, when everything was looking crazy. For a long time, we've been through audio messing up for a long time. We've had video go out. We've had community strikes given to us that we're not supposed to, basically didn't deserve. But you know what we did throughout the entire time, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's partially because of you. We remained consistent. We probably weren't the best. We probably made mistakes. We probably had a spot on our suit. Hell, one of our pocket squares probably wasn't even real. But you know what we did? We kept on coming and we kept on working at it. There's nothing that can beat consistency, guys. So, with that being said, today's health and wellness section is about something that I'm hoping that you guys get a lot about. We talk about health, physical body. We also talk about wellness, but also our mental health and also our physical wellness and our mental wellness as well. So, keeping that in mind, what are we going into today? How to build an unbreakable consistency. Simple ways. I'm talking about most people don't fail because they are what we're trying to say, because because they're untalented. I'm sorry. Most people don't fail because they're untalented. They fail because they stop too soon. They start going to the gym, and then when they don't see results, they quit. They say that they're going to start that YouTube channel. After 3 videos that they post up, they quit. They probably want to get on on a diet. After a while of not seeing results, they quit. The thing about it is this: you're not supposed to really look for immediate gratification, but that's hard because the brain wants immediate gratification. That's why we grab our phone and we're swiping all of the time. What I want you guys to take from me first is it's not your fault and it's not a bad thing. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. Your brain has been programmed with dopamine, right? To do certain things. And it's also programmed to give you certain things to comfort yourself as well as to keep you secure. So instead of the hard thing, a lot of times your brain will go back to the easy and rewarding thing. I'm not trying to tell you to fight your brain, but what we need to do as human beings that have a responsibility, we have to understand to notice these areas and when to distinguish them and how to change them. We're talking about the neural paths. We're talking about different ways of making ourselves better. How? By being consistent. I did not start this channel from being Boogotti NYC right now, knowing that we need 29 clips, putting on a suit every day, taking the hat off. Every little step was one thing getting us further and making us better. It was consistency, you guys. It was consistency. And without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Liberty says, our bottom line has changed my life. I'm in the crib like, we a YouTube channel. No, don't do that. I can't be, responsible for. And then I'm like, damn, it's too late because we have been consistent and now they depend on you. Another person like, yo, I don't watch no other news. Oh my God, damn. Now we got to make sure that we got the best and we picking out the best stuff that we can find, talking clear so people on audio can hear us too, and making sure that we're giving these people something worthy of actually going to see. That's our consistency, y'all. I want you to know that's just part of it. I just want you to understand that, and I want you to understand that when I go curate this information, that's part of the consistency too, because I got to read what they saying. I got to know what they talking about. I got to be able to break into what I'm telling you guys about. And if I don't feel it, I'm not going to be able to do it right. So I think we're going to be good today. It's about consistency, and it's something that I love, something that you can do. I wasn't a vegan before. I was a carnivore. I'm not trying to tell you guys to become vegan, but I started like this. My brother was a 5%er. He didn't eat pork. I wanted to be like him. First thing I started doing was stop eating pork. Then I went to the next thing, beef. Then I went to the next thing, chicken. Then I went to the next thing, fish. So now there's no meat in my diet. I didn't do it overnight, and I did it over time. I'm telling you guys how I did something, not trying to tell you to be vegan, but just how you do it. Let's just keep on moving forward, you guys, because over time in the right direction, you can climb mountains. Over time, moving in the wrong direction, you can find yourself not here, in prison, or worse. Let's get into it, you guys. How to build unbreakable consistency. Don't expect to do it overnight. Please take that last sentence as encouragement. Don't expect to do it overnight, but I want you guys to understand how to do it. So, how to build unbreakable consistency even when you feel like quitting. That's right. Simple ways of life. I got to say one more thing. How to build unbreakable consistency, even when you feel like quitting. You think I really want to come on Our Bottom Line every single day? You don't think some days I'd be like, yo, I wish I could just chill and sleep and whatever? I had to consistently make myself say, yo, that's part of your day, bro. You can go to sleep after and you're still gonna get the numbers, still gonna be able to do what you gotta do. But of course, I don't go to sleep after, but it makes me a better person. Consistency, people. I'm trying to lead by example. I don't do anything that I don't tell you guys to do first. I told you about the garlic water. We drink garlic water every day for 30 days before we even tell you guys to do it. And we also tell you guys, if any of these things that have to do with medical, please consult a doctor before you just take on what we're doing, because we actually care about you. It's time to get into it, you guys. Let's go. It's how to build unbreakable consistency, even when you feel like quitting, the simple ways of life. We're already subscribed. You guys need to subscribe. This will be in our Discord with all of our health and wellness videos.
To the gym, quit after 2 weeks, start. Most people don't fail because they're untalented. They fail because they stop too soon. They start going to the gym, quit after 2 weeks, start learning a skill, disappear after a month, start a YouTube channel, upload 3 videos, then vanish. The real difference between average people and successful people is usually consistency. In this video, we're going to break down how to build unbreakable consistency using psychology, habit systems, dopamine control.
Yes, I'm the guinea pig first before I tell you to do it, because anything I'm gonna tell somebody to do, I want to say that I did it myself too.
Identity shifts, environment design, and simple daily actions that actually work in real life. If you've ever struggled with discipline, procrastination, motivation, focus, or staying committed to goals, this video will show you how to finally become consistent without relying on willpower alone. Why consistency feels so hard. Let's start with the biggest thing most people misunderstand. Your brain is not naturally designed to care about long-term goals. It cares about immediate comfort and immediate rewards. That's why scrolling social media feels easier than studying. Watching videos feels easier than working out. Ordering fast food feels easier than cooking healthy meals. Your brain loves instant dopamine. But consistency works differently. Consistency usually gives delayed rewards.
Delayed rewards. Just when you work out, you're not gonna see those muscles pop in the first day. You guys go to the gym and you see that guy that just went to the gym the first day and he acting like this, he doing all this. Well, you know what? You gotta watch out for him, because if he don't start seeing results in a long time, in a quick time, he might not keep on going. You guys know what I'm talking about. And what I love about this is we're using examples and we're not alienating one person. Have you ever started something and quit because it was hard for you to stay consistent and you probably blamed it on something else? Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
You don't get fit after one workout. You don't become confident after one productive day. You don't build a successful business after 1 week of effort. And because results are delayed, the brain often interprets the effort as pointless. This is why most people quit during the invisible progress stage.
Now you see that right there? The invisible progress stage. He's pushing that. He's confident about it right here. Very confident about doing it. You know what? And he gets to that point almost at the middle where it's not really showing off. Nobody see him doing it and he's sweating, going hard. Nothing is changing, so I should just quit. I've been at that point before too. I could have quit when they gave us the community strike after the 90 days or what. I could have been like, yeah, you know what? I bust my butt, made a whole bunch of excuses for why not to keep on moving forward, right? And oh, we ain't getting the numbers we used to get. Oh, we used to get 100,000. Oh boy, can I make excuses if I wanted to? You guys, come on, let's use me as a perfect example. I could have quit and said, yo, because of what they did, you guys, I'm not even rocking with YouTube no more. Nah, that's gonna take away from the show and from what we do. Stay consistent. Let's keep on going.
The stage where improvement is happening internally, but there's no visible proof yet. A person learning guitar sounds terrible for weeks before improvement becomes noticeable. Someone trying to lose weight may look the same for a month before physical changes appear.
Perfect examples all right here. Can anybody here correlate, understand what they're saying right here? Anybody can understand what they're saying right here? Do you guys get it? It's going to be harder before it gets prettier. That's right. It's going to be a little harder before it gets prettier.
Most people stop during this phase, not because they're incapable, but because humans struggle to stay committed when results are invisible. That's why consistency is not
I hear you,
about
Jordan.
motivation. It's about understanding how to continue even when progress feels slow. Motivation is the worst system. One of the biggest mistakes people make is depending on motivation. Motivation is unreliable.
You're not going to be able to depend on motivation. I'm like, yo, I'm motivated to get up and do this. I'm motivated to do that. Sometimes you still don't want to do it. You have to make it part of your program. Consistency. Okay, Boogotti, what time is it? You gonna mess around and go take that lock off that, take the chain off the door? Okay. You do know once you go down there and take the chain off the door, once you turn around and you walk by that mantle, you owe 240 push-ups. You know that, right? But then I got to do it because of that certain amount of time. That's what I'm talking about. Make things in your house, make things around you supportive of what you're trying to do. Same thing like in the refrigerator, you guys. Just like when you go to the store, you make the choices of what you buy from the store. You also make a decision on what's in your refrigerator. You want to change your diet, change what's in your refrigerator by making sure that you don't even bring that stuff across your threshold. Just keep on going.
It changes daily based on sleep, stress, mood, energy, distractions, hormones, and emotions. If your success depends on feeling motivated, your progress will always be unstable. Think about it honestly. How many times have you said, I'll start Monday? I'll do it when I feel ready. I'm just not motivated today. That's the trap. Highly consistent people are not motivated all the time. They simply stop negotiating with themselves.
Now, I've heard you guys do this all the time, and I don't call people out, but I've heard it because you type it sometimes. Like when we're doing a workout, oh, I can't do it because of this. Or we're doing something, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this because of that. Now, I'm not calling you out, but what I'm saying is, how about call yourself out so that nobody else can? Just even if you can't do it, try to do it. Do part of it. Start it.
That's the difference. The average person debates every task. Should I go to the gym? Should I study now? Maybe I'll do it later. That mental conversation drains energy. Consistent people reduce decision making. They create automatic systems. The task becomes part of the routine instead of an emotional choice.
No, guys, let me tell you something. You think I was always able to do 240 push-ups? And I'm talking about shorties, 240. I do 240 when I do my sets, right? And I stop when I'm done with the 240. Guess how I started? 20. Woo! Oh, God. I kept on doing that for like 2 weeks. Oh, man, I can do 25 now. 3 weeks. I can do 40 now. I can do 50 now. Whoa, yo, go crazy and see if you can do a whole 100. Yo, my body could do a whole 100. And then your body is like mental memory. It'll keep on remembering your last number. Yes, it will, unless you start cheating. 100, oh my God. Yeah, right, let's see if I can do 150. Yo, 150. Over time, you can do it if you keep on going. So don't think that nobody gonna just be able to bust it out and be an Olympic gymnast or know how to dunk when the first time they touch the basketball. Come on, y'all, let's go.
That's why consistency gets easier when habits become scheduled instead of optional. The less your brain has to debate, the more likely you are to take action. Build systems instead of relying on discipline. Most people think discipline means forcing yourself constantly, but real consistency usually comes from systems. A system removes friction. For example, someone trying to work out consistently might fail if every workout requires planning, motivation, and effort just to start. But if workout clothes are already ready, gym time is scheduled, and the routine is simple, consistency becomes easier. The same applies to almost everything. Want to read more? Keep books visible. Want to reduce screen time? Remove distracting apps from your home screen.
You want to read more? Keep books around. If you want to stop scrolling on your phone, put Instagram and YouTube on another page on your phone, not the first page. Put other apps there.
Eat healthier, Stop buying junk food.
You want to eat healthier?
Want to wake up earlier? Stop sleeping at 2 a.m. People often search for magical productivity hacks while ignoring obvious environmental problems. Your environment shapes behavior more than you think. And honestly, the smartest form of discipline is reducing the need for discipline. The identity shift that changes everything.
When you start to finally see it starting to do something, when you start to finally see it working, when you actually, you guys know it, when you're in the gym and your body's just starting to be like, okay, mental memory, I just want to keep on doing this. When you get to that point, you don't have to be perfect, but you're being consistent now.
This is where consistency becomes powerful. Most people focus only on goals. I want to lose weight. I want to become productive.
Nah, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna make the sneaker saver. I'm gonna come on YouTube every single day. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna wear a suit. I'm gonna be the #1 show on YouTube, no matter what they say. I'm gonna never lie to people when I come on here, because you already know you got too many people watching you. Because once you say something wrong, they gonna catch you. Stuff like that. Real things. Those are real things that I actually say to myself and really do. And we knocking them down because we're staying true and being consistent. Real deal.
I want to become disciplined. But goals alone don't change behavior long term. Identity does. Instead of saying, I'm trying to work out, start saying, I'm someone who trains consistently.
I want to be an actor. I want to be a rapper. Everything that I said I wanted to be, when I stopped saying wanted to and started doing it, you can't tell me nothing about it if you get a check from it. Care how people like it. Oh, you can't rap for whatever. Yeah, okay, but I get a check from it every month. Who's laughing? Oh, you can't act. Oh, yeah, well, got a couple of checks every month coming in from that. And from what I heard is if you get a check from it, that's what you do. So stop listening to people around you too, because they don't have the consistency either. They don't even know what the hell we're talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about. So keep that one up and keep on pushing.
Instead of, I want to read more, say, I'm a reader. This sounds simple, but psychologically it changes everything because human beings naturally behave according to their identity. Someone who identifies as healthy feels uncomfortable constantly eating junk food.
I say things like, y'all, you ain't no better than me. And if I can apply myself, I can be just as good as you. I used to come outside every day and walk to on Central Park West, and I would see like the cast of like Saint Elsewhere, All My Children. This is me as a 7-year-old, 6 years old, little kid, looking at all these people. And the only reason I knew who they was is because my grandmother was watching them upstairs on TV. So I'm like, how the hell are all these people right around the corner? The guy from St. Elsewhere with the glasses, I don't know his name, the main doctor, he used to be at the corner store just chilling like this. I'd be like, oh shit, ain't you from that? Yeah, how you doing? Like, what? That made me like, yo, wait a minute. They ain't no better from me. And when I saw Leroy from Fame walk on my block and get the apartment across the street, it was over. It was over. You couldn't tell me jack, nothing. People used to be like, yo, big head, whatever. But I'd be like, man, get my bags, whatever. I'm about to go shoot this video. What video? Method Man, Bring the Pain. Yeah, right. Okay, just for that, I'm gonna do it with a lady named Diane Martell, who's paying me to find all of the locations. You know what I did? I used to run from police a lot back in the day. Yeah, me. I used to mess around on the block doing stuff I wasn't supposed to. So I used to run and jump in the basement and run through a little area that was like a little cave. Used to turn around and hide and be able to go down there, and the police would never be able to catch us. You know what I did after I got older? I said to this one director, I got this thing that you might want to check out. When I start realizing what movies were, I said, you might want to check this out. I said, follow me. And she was like, where? I said, just follow me in this basement. So I said, do everything that I do. So she followed me down the basement. I ran around the corner. She came behind me. And then I ran around a little slide area where the police used to come, but they never would be able to see us. They would always run by because we was in the dark. They never knew where we was at. We was in the basement. She said, oh my God, we got to get this on film. I said, okay, well, she said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pay you to be a scout for all of our videos. The name of the company is called Riviera Film Company. The lady's name is Diane Martell. God bless you, RIP. She did all of Aaliyah's videos, also did You're All That I Need, I'll Be There For You, all the Method Man's videos, and the one I'm talking about, which is Bring the Pain, the one that I helped produce, and I was actually in. So when I tell you guys, Don't listen to nobody when they're trying to tell you, oh, you got a big head or whatever, whatever. Those same people, let me tell you the last part of it. I went to the block and we needed a crowd of people. They're like, yo, where you gonna get a crowd of people from? Because Wu-Tang Clan and they people weren't around. I went to the next block of all the guys that really wasn't cool with me. They didn't really like me like that. Because you know blocks have their own people. I went to the next block like, yo, y'all wanna be in a video? What video? Method Man, Bring the Pain. Yeah, right. Came around the corner. Yo, it's a whole bus over here. Yo, they paying us for this. Yo, why you bringing us around here? It ain't about our problems. I want to show you guys this mad love. I brought them over. Never had no problem with the hood anymore. Everybody thought that we was all good and had a fantastic video called I Came to Bring the Pain, Hardcore from the Brain. Let's go inside my astral plane. In my basement, all of those scenes that you see, me jumping up, Booster, all of those guys, me and Method Man are the ones that were beating up the bum from the remix. That was not Busta Rhymes. If you look real close, I have the biggest afro in that video. I used to get paid to use my afro in the videos. Don't listen to nobody when they try to tell you not to be consistent. Let's keep going.
Someone who identifies as disciplined feels uncomfortable wasting entire days. Your actions slowly begin matching the person you believe you are. And most people unknowingly reinforce bad identities every day. I'm lazy. I never finish things. I'm inconsistent. Eventually, the brain starts accepting those labels as truth. That's dangerous because identity shapes behavior automatically. Consistency becomes easier when disciplined actions stop feeling like forced behavior and start feeling normal. Start smaller than you think. This is one of the biggest reasons people fail. They start too aggressively. Extreme diets, 2-hour workouts.
Nobody told you to start doing a 2-hour workout. Nobody told you to just knock oh, I'm gonna become vegan overnight. Of course, you're making it harder for yourself. Don't make it harder for yourself. Make it easy for yourself. Start small and then consistently change things.
Massive productivity routines, studying 8 hours from day one. And after a few days, they burn out.
Thank
Your
you,
brain
55.
cares more about sustainability than intensity. A habit that survives is better than a habit that impresses people for 1 week. This is why small habits matter so much. 5 minutes of reading daily can create a reading habit. 10 push-ups daily can create workout momentum. Writing 1 paragraph daily can create writing consistency.
Yep.
Small actions reduce resistance. And resistance is usually the biggest enemy. People think consistency requires huge effort, but most of the time, consistency is simply making the starting process easier. Once momentum begins, continuing becomes much easier.
So don't put a big obstacle in front of yourself to try to challenge yourself every time. Because first of all, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard to do. And you're not going to want to keep on showing up for something like this. Make it small. Start. Break through. Get some momentum. Easy to continue. Now that you already got that flow, you can start adding more workflow, more to it.
The hardest part is usually starting. Stop trying to be perfect. Perfectionism destroys consistency. A lot of people think, if I can't do everything perfectly, there's no point. So they skip 1 workout and suddenly quit entirely. Miss 1 productive morning and the whole week collapses. That all or nothing mindset is incredibly destructive.
Perfect example right there. Dustin Michaels says, 007 says, when you walk up steps, you don't jump all the staircases at once. I mean, unless you're a damn $6 million man. You know what I'm saying?
Consistency is not perfection, it's repetition. A short workout still counts. Reading 2 pages still counts. 10 minutes of studying still counts. The goal.
How about this? How about all your goals? You start giving them like 2 or 3 minutes. You start feeling good about that. Like, yo, I read for 2 minutes. I just did this for 2 minutes. I just did this for 5 minutes. And then you have a list of like 10 things that you did. After a while, you're going to start adding more time to those things. That's how you do it. You got to start somewhere.
Is keeping the habit alive. Because habits are easier to maintain than restart. One of the best mental shifts you can make is learning how to scale down instead of quitting. If you planned a 1-hour workout but feel exhausted, do 15 minutes. If you plan to learn for 3 hours, learn for 20 minutes. Protect the routine first. Intensity can always increase later.
I got to talk to you guys real quick about the dopamine problems that nobody talks about. That's right, the dopamine problems. We know about it, and that's why I really want to call it out, because I don't want you guys to feel like it's something that you do by yourself. It's our brain that does that to us. Instead of us doing the hard work, makes us do something else, and then the hard work kind of fades off. Not writing the book, not starting this challenge. It's not you. It's the brain trying to make you, let's just do something more easier, more rewarding for us right now.
The dopamine problem nobody talks about. Modern life has made consistency much harder, not because people became weaker, but because attention is constantly under attack. Short form content, endless scrolling, notifications, entertainment, constant stimulation, all of it trains the brain to expect instant rewards.
Time to take a step back, you guys, because consistency pays off, and it makes a strong foundation, and your consistency stays with you over time. I'd rather gain $1 over the next every day than getting a lot of money at one time. I'd rather remain consistently getting that $1, knowing I'm getting that dollar, than hoping, than trying to go for the gusto and then throwing my efforts against the wind. That's what I'm trying to say. Try to get the small rewards and build up so that once you get to the big rewards, you'll be able to consistently keep it. That's just like if you're not a millionaire. A lot of people can't remain a millionaire once they hit the lottery because you weren't born a millionaire. You know how to spend, you know how to pay bills, but you weren't born to invest and keep these money and strategies going. So a lot of people, when they get millions of dollars, they don't get to keep it because they never were made like that. People think, oh, I'm going to get rich. You know, the hardest thing for a millionaire to do, believe it or not, is to remain a millionaire. Let's keep on going.
And over time, deep work starts feeling painful. Studying feels boring. Reading feels slow. Working on goals feels harder. This is not entirely your fault. Your dopamine system adapts to overstimulation. When the brain constantly receives high levels of stimulation, ordinary productive tasks begin feeling underwhelming.
Yep.
That's why reducing overstimulation matters. Less scrolling, less multitasking, less background noise, less constant entertainment. When dopamine levels normalize, focus improves naturally. This is also why boredom becomes important. Most people are terrified of boredom, but boredom actually resets attention. When your brain stops expecting constant stimulation, normal work becomes easier again.
Yeah, because you substitute you substitute it for scrolling or doing something else that's rewarding to you. Try not to do that. Actually sit with yourself. Sit with your own ideas. Actually, it makes you more calmer. Because if you're the type of person that needs flash all of the time, that's one of the first problems. I caught myself doing that. You ever find yourself scrolling for 2 whole hours? Like, yo, why am I doing this? And you still doing it while you're scrolling? Me, did it before, caught doing it, caught myself several times.
That's why some of the most consistent people intentionally protect their focus. They understand attention is one of the most valuable resources in modern life.
Thank you, Marquette.
Why most people keep restarting?
Why do most people keep restarting? It's actually not bad to restart, but you should try to be consistent, because if you're restarting, that means that you weren't consistent. And it might mean that you're putting too much of a big challenge in front of yourself. Small goals, knock them down, become consistent. Let's go.
Experienced this before. A new month starts and suddenly you become highly motivated. You create a huge plan. You tell yourself, this time will be different. For a few days, everything feels amazing. Then life happens. Energy drops. Stress increases. Motivation disappears. And suddenly the routine collapses again. The problem is not that you failed. The problem is that your system only works under perfect conditions. Real consistency requires building routines that survive bad days.
Look at that. Somebody says, I told everyone I knew to buy Bitcoin when it was below $10. Look at Jack Welch. How about I got a family member that was buying it just to use the Bitcoin to buy illegal stuff on the black market. He had like 3 Bitcoins over the last 3 years, but he was using it to buy credit card numbers and doing stupid stuff, not even realizing he had all of the money in Bitcoin already.
Because bad days are guaranteed.
Had it when it was 50 cents. Has absolutely no money right now, nothing at all to show for it.
Stressful days, low energy days, busy days, emotionally draining days. If your routine only works when you feel great, it's not a strong system. The strongest systems work even when motivation disappears.
How about even when you're drunk? The strongest systems work even when you're drunk. If your system really good, I remember one time I was over here, had a hangover, but I'm like, I gotta do the show. I remember Liberty was like, I remember that episode. I'm literally laying on the floor. I had some alcohol and they gave me some sort of an infused cannabis drink. I mixed it together and oh, my stomach more than anything was just killing me. I had a whole episode up. I'm like, yo, I know I'm gonna get better before the show. Can you guys believe how dedicated I was? I'm like, gotta do the show tomorrow. I'm getting up in the morning, on the floor. Wait, I'm up on the floor doing this, hitting the button. And the next episode is this, you guys. Oh, and I'm watching from the floor. Okay, next, I'm talking about, and you guys were there with me the whole time. But we had already had a flow going. We were doing our numbers, and you guys were like, you know what? We're gonna let you get a pass on this one. I had an issue too, but consistency and the flow helped me get through it. Let's go. Even in hard times, it helped me get through it. Having that consistent flow, and you guys were part of the flow.
Use visual tracking. The brain responds strongly to visible progress. That's why habit tracking works so well. A calendar, checklist, or streak tracker creates visual evidence of consistency. And that evidence matters psychologically. Because one of the hardest parts of self-improvement is feeling like nothing is changing.
I wouldn't blame you. If you're like, you know what, I'm doing all this working out, I don't see no muscles, I don't see no cuts or nothing. You get on the scale, come on, man, I'm not seeing no difference. It'll make anybody want to quit. It'll make anybody want to quit. But what'll make you stay consistent once you finally see those results? And sometimes you're not going to see the immediate results. You might get better at breathing. You might get better at more, being able to do more on the sets. And your body may be getting used to what you're getting used to because you have been doing the opposite for much more longer than you've been doing that workout. Think of it that way, you guys. You've been doing the bad more than you're doing your new good with your consistency. Let's go.
Tracking solves that. You may not see physical changes immediately, but you can see that you completed 20 workouts. You may not feel smarter immediately, but you can see 30 study sessions completed.
There you go.
Visible proof strengthens identity.
Visible proof.
And identity strengthens consistency. Remove friction from good habits.
Remove the friction. I automatically can think of a couple of things. I said it already. I don't bring bad food in my house in order to not be able to look in there and find something. I make sure I can find good things in there. Every time I go in my kitchen, I know what's in there and I know it's something good for me.
Most people make good habits too difficult. If going to the gym requires massive preparation, you'll resist it more. If healthy cooking feels complicated, junk food becomes easier. If studying requires setting up 10 different things every time, procrastination increases. Consistency improves when habits become convenient. Prepare things in advance. Simplify routines. Reduce unnecessary steps. The easier the habit is to start, the more likely you are to repeat it. At the same time, like we have shared in many videos before, increase friction for bad habits. Want to stop doom scrolling? Log out of apps. Delete distractions. Keep your phone away during work. Want to stop junk food cravings? Don't keep junk food in the house.
None of it. Yeah, you can have junk food, but let's make it good junk food, like dried fruits, maybe nuts and berries and things like that. Let's substitute stuff so that when you're grabbing for something, it's actually good for you.
Environment design is one of the most underrated forms of discipline. Learn to trust slow progress. This part is difficult for most people because modern culture constantly pushes fast results, fast money, fast success, fast transformation. But meaningful progress.
Almonds, pistachios, that's good for you too. You get good nutrients out of almonds and pistachios.
Is usually slow, and consistency requires patience. A person who improves just 1% daily becomes unrecognizable after a few years. The problem is people.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not gonna get that past us. Not gonna get that past us. That was too much of an information in one sentence right there. Let's take that in again.
Out of apps. Delete distractions. Keep your phone away during work. Want to stop junk food cravings? Don't keep junk food in the house. Environment design is one of the most underrated forms of discipline. Learn to trust slow progress. This part is difficult for most people.
Right here.
Because modern culture constantly pushes fast results, fast money, fast success, fast transformation. But meaningful progress is usually slow.
Meaningful progress is usually slow. Working out, you're not going to see immediate results, but the progress is usually slow. After a while, your breathing will get better, your blood flow will start getting better because you processed and got to that point. You may see visual results at the end of it.
And consistency requires patience. A person who improves just 1% daily becomes unrecognizable after a few years.
A person that gets better 1% over a number of years, that's consistency right there. And they keep that progress because they built it up. It's like having a strong foundation to build on. You want to build on a strong foundation and all of those years of repetition.
The problem is people quit before compounding begins. Consistency works like investing. The early stages look unimpressive, but eventually momentum becomes massive. That's why people who stay consistent for years often look gifted.
All right, Dustin.
What people don't see is the repetition behind the scenes, the boring days, the ordinary routines, the quiet consistency.
See that?
That's where results actually come from.
You see that?
Confidence comes from consistency. A lot of people think confidence comes first. Usually it doesn't. Confidence comes from evidence.
And it comes from goals. Keep yourself finding goals. Oh, I got this level done. Got this level done. I got this level done. Me here, I got a dry eraser board. So I put a list of different things I want to do every month, and I make sure that I can wipe all of that stuff off. And I give myself an amount of things that I want to get done too. I can't go to bed unless I get 10 things done a day. 10 things, and that's just me. And there's no problem with that. Started at 1, of course.
When you repeatedly keep promises to yourself, your brain begins trusting you more. That changes self-image. You stop seeing yourself as someone who always quits. You begin seeing yourself as reliable.
And stop saying bad things about yourself. I'm always like this. I'm never going to do this. Or this ain't going to never work out for me. You got to speak it into existence as well as to make it understandable that you're going to start doing it. And be it already before you even say it. I am an actor. I'm just starting out. I'm going to be great. You get it?
That self-trust affects everything. Your mindset changes, your standards change, your decisions change. Consistency is not only productive, it changes identity, confidence, and self-respect.
Thank you, Bernard.
The real formula for unbreakable consistency. At the end of the day, building unbreakable consistency is not about becoming superhuman. It's about building systems that work in real life. Start smaller than your ego wants. Reduce friction. Stop depending on motivation.
Yep.
Create routines instead of emotional decisions.
Yep.
Protect your focus, track your progress, recover quickly after failure, and most importantly, stop expecting perfection.
Recover quickly after failure. People, I got to use them as a perfect example. No procrastination super chat. You heard me. You heard what Lisa Roy just said, right? Lisa, tell the truth. Since you've been here and you've been consistent, tell them. And I'm bragging because I know I've been a part of it. I want to brag on that. 55 Coffee House Lisa Roy, business, more people, everybody hitting her up, and she ain't even sponsoring the channel, y'all. We just do it because we love her. But you know what my treat is from Lisa Roy? She shares with us how good she's doing and how she's picking up. And you know, me as a small business owner, I want to see her do good. And I know that we're going to get greater later. So I understand that. And I'm here to support people in their infantile stages. You get where we're going with this? I'm being consistent with Lisa too. Same way that she's being consistent with us. You get where we're going with this? Everybody gets something out of the deal. Kendra, Lisa, everybody. We don't play around with our mods. We got family members over here that we actually care about and we talk to in the Discord. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's wrap this up.
Because consistency is not about never failing. It's about never fully stopping. That's the real difference.
We are what are we, 22 away from 300? I just want to say something, Vincenza. It'll be real cool to see 300 likes. It'll be real cool to see that. Just what I want to say.
People who eventually transform their lives are usually the people who keep showing up longer than everyone else, even imperfectly.
Yeah, that security guard, that cleaning person that kept on showing up, showing up. You know what that millionaire gonna say? You know what? You probably not the head or whatever, whatever, but you always here. Come on, I'm gonna give you the job. I'm gonna give you the job as the head of this now, as the head of that, because you're always showing up and you're eager to learn. Reward does not come to somebody that don't earn it. Trust me.
Even slowly, even on bad days. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this. Consistency is less about intensity and more about repetition. Small actions repeated for years will outperform massive effort that only lasts a few weeks. So stop waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect.
I'm gonna write that book. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know the thing I started doing now? I use AI and I cheat. I do a little bit of text in it, and then I'll send it to AI, and AI gets on your nerves and it keeps on saying, you want me to do this version for it? You want me to make this version for it? You want? So now it's pushing you to do it. So yeah, use AI. The free Grok and the free Grom. Download it, you guys, and your ideas, start putting it in there. I bet you it's gonna start spitting back at you. Hey, so you want to make a deck for this? Would you like to do this in this form? Maybe you need some inspiration. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of us do. Hell, you can even use our bottom line as some inspiration, but just start. Don't just give up. Start. And when you start, start small. Don't think that you're going to write a thesis overnight. It's going to take you a while, but take your time and do it so it's not a bunch of work to you.
Perfect Monday or the perfect motivation. Start smaller, make it sustainable, and focus on becoming the type of person who keeps showing up. Because once consistency becomes part of your identity, almost everything in life becomes easier. If this video helped you understand how to build unbreakable consistency, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Simple Ways of Life for more videos on discipline, habits, focus, productivity, and building a better life step by step.
Now, what I do every single time we play one of these videos, we're going to take it back to the front. Boop. Right? That's the front. And then we're going to show you guys again because I want you to subscribe. Also, we tell you, even if you don't subscribe to them, we always pop each and every one of these videos inside the Discord. So all you got to do is go to the Our Bottom Line Discord and you'll see every single one of the different Our Bottom Line topics that we used here for the health and wellness section. This one was how to build unbreakable consistency, even when you feel like quitting. Now you guys get that part. How to build unbreakable consistency, even when you feel like quitting. That comes in from the simple ways of life. Subscribe to the channel, The Simple Ways of Life, for more videos just like that. And like I always told you guys, you know, it's going to be inside of our health and wellness section. So we're going to keep on moving forward right now, you guys. And again, hope that you got a lot from today's health and wellness. That's right, you guys. Consistency. Start small and keep moving forward. Again, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Also, we're going to tell you this is going to be one of your last chances, you guys. If y'all want to show some support, double tap that screen and get those likes up. And again, if you want to be really down and hold us down, we do accept Cash App in the form of anything. $, BOOGOTTI cash. Boogotti cash. You guys show support and love for our show, Our Bottom Line. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got to keep on going. Let's go. We got to show the new adoption that's available. You guys know I pick my favorite dog. I picked this dog for many reasons, and not only that, you're probably going to hear a lot about him from me because everybody else talks about all of the other dogs and all the other breeds, you know. When it comes to me, just like DMX says, boy, oh boy, ain't no other dog like a pit bull. Not the little ones either. I'm talking about the big ones, them XLs. Yeah, man, the perfect dog for me. I don't even need people. Just give me a dog and I'm good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My favorite dog as well. That's why DMX was one of my favorite artists as well, because he was like that dog of hip hop. Even though if you pop him and he do something crazy, you still love him unconditional. So yes, I love DMX and I love pit bulls. So guess what? This story today is about Bella and love. So many people use your name in vain. Let me show you what love can do. And if you're looking for a perfect friend, check out Bella. And she's an adorable American pit bull mix. And she's huge too. I love pit bulls, you guys. I'm gonna show you how much I love them. Check this out.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're looking to expand your family, we have the perfect match for you, especially if you're looking for a really outgoing pup. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for
Who
having
is
us.
this?
This is Bella.
Bella, tell us a little bit about Bella.
So Bella, she was actually previously owned and her owner passed away.
Oh,
And so she's used to being in a home. She's house trained. She's great with other dogs. She's good with kids. And you can see she's beautiful Bella right there. And she's around 4 to 5 years old.
do you see your face? Yeah, who's that? Oh, is that Bella on the
Oh, we love cats too. We're gonna play some cats tomorrow.
TV? Oh my goodness, that's a pretty girl. Oh my gosh, she's been kind of, you know,
Bella Diesel. Look at that chest on Bella. Lord have mercy. She can pull something if she need to pull. Like,
energetic. I know you mentioned that she's pretty chill too, right? For the most part.
Yeah, she just
and let me tell you something about those tails on pit bulls. They go so strong they can turn into a helicopter tail.
she's really friendly. And so she's just very excited to meet all the new friends here at the news station.
I know.
And she's not the most graceful. So, you know,
It's okay.
you get entertainment and you get a family member for life.
Yeah. What kind of home would she be good in?
Hey, fellas, look at the dog, man. Look at the dog, fellas. Look at the dog. Matter of fact, do me a favor. Can you pull that down?
You know, she'd be a great family dog for anybody. She could go on adventures to the coast with a family and travel, and she's good with kids, and she has manners. She knows basic manners. She knows sit and shake, and like I said, she's house trained.
Shake.
And she's like, or how about a big face kiss? But she knows she's great for most any family, so she's ready to go too. And then if not her, we have tons of other dogs at our shelter looking for homes as well.
Yes, but she's beautiful and such a doll, and I like that she's been in homes, but she had an owner before, so she's
Did you look at that face? She's literally smiling at everybody. That dog is beautiful.
pretty familiar with just living at home.
Yes.
Being a part of a family, and now she's looking for her next family. Yeah, you got to jump on it if you're interested in Bella, because she's a doll. I mean, look at that. Look at you. You're so sweet. Do you think she'd be good with other dogs at home as well?
Yeah, she actually came in with another male dog. And that dog went to a different rescue because he was a different breed.
Okay.
And so
Lasso.
she's used to living with another dog. So she's just an easygoing girl, but she is a bigger size female, and she can be strong when she wants to be.
Look how cute she is. Look at that face, you guys. Look at that face.
So, she has some energy if you want to take her on some adventures too.
How is she with kids?
Okay, Zelina.
Good.
Oh, look at you, sweetheart. She's checking herself out in the camera.
She likes
like, let's bring the screen back over here because I want to see myself. Where's that guy going with the camera, right? Oh my goodness. And lastly, Bridget, if someone is interested, what's the next step in adopting Bella?
So you can go to our website, which is FresnoBullyRescue.org, and you can see Bella and all of our other available dogs and get information about the event coming up on May 16th. And so check us out. And we're actually open to the public 4 days a week. So if you want to just come by with no appointment needed.
I love the eye patch too. She reminds me of Petey from the Little Rascals. I never was around when they were in the back in them days, but I did get to see the repeat, you guys. See, they even go to show you, even back in the days, they knew that pit bulls was good to be around kids.
I'm
like, bye.
Come out to see Bella if we make it back. So
she's like, we gotta go. I'm ready to find my family. Yes, she has a busy schedule, and she's just so sweet. Oh my goodness. Well, Bridget, thank you so much for
She acting like she want Bella.
being with us. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Seems like you want to take Bella home with you there, miss. Yeah, seems like you want to do a little something with Bella. But nah, it ain't over. It ain't over. Because I know we got the 300, but I got a nice little bonus here for you guys because we love all animals, not just pit bulls. Let's get on over to Africa. That's right. Let me tell you something that's beautiful about humans and about animals. We have an understanding, especially when it comes down to those babies. Here we have a mama elephant who cries for help to save her drowning baby. She can't get the baby out of the wading pond. So you know what they have to do? They got to go in there to get her. But you know what? You don't want to do that when the mama's around. Luckily, we have some handlers that know what they're doing to save this baby. Let's go, you guys. We gotta rush. We gotta hurry up because we got a baby to save. Now that's the mother elephant that's crying because her baby is drowning. These rangers quickly respond to try to get her out of this pool. But the worried mama stood guard. Of course, gonna make it hard for them when they try to get next to that baby. So they tried to honk the horn and we going in. Boom! We just gonna jump in the water. We gonna try to push her out because this rope ain't working. Both of them jumped in there to try to push her out. She weighed 200 pounds already. They threw themselves into the water and they fought with all their energy. They knew every single second counted because the tusk is in there, the baby can't breathe, and the mother's on the way back. Y'all love the show. Go ahead and get those likes up. All we need is one more like to get to that 300, y'all. One more like. Look at these guys. Multiple tries. They even stand a chance of moving them out the dangerous situation. By working together and refusing to give up, they were able to push them over the edge. The exhausted baby was finally safe. But he wasn't really completed yet. Someone special was waiting for him. The anxious mother was overwhelmed with relief. Grateful that her baby was by her side again. That's right, y'all. We love animals. Our Bottom Line, #1 show on YouTube as long as we're on, from 6 until we're done. You guys could never do this without you. You know what I'm about to say, right? You're trying to promote, trying to get your business out there. Well, guess what? Send over your promos. All you got to do is send over your promo to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. We'll put it up in the post notification area as well as in the Discord. So if you're trying to get your business out there in front of 73,000+ subscribers, make sure you send your promo over to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and we'll make sure that we get your promos up in the Discord as well as in the post notification area. Remember, they have to be 1080 by 1080 size form, you guys. Y'all know what I'm about to talk about now too, right? Because this is the week where we close up on those locations for the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Also, one person here can, boom, be a part of it. That means that if you win, you're going to be able to win $250. And what is this $1,000 about down there, Boogotti? That's after we get everybody together and we make them all compete for the grand prize of $1,000. That's right, 6 people, maybe groups. Don't know who it's going to be, but they're going to compete and see if they can win $1,000. That's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. I'm gonna be the host along with my DJ. That's my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, sponsored again by Big Drip. If you guys want to be a part of this talent show, all you got to do is go over to the website. What's the website, Boogotti? Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. And just like Miss Swanza always tells you, you guys, if you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. 12 ounces. That's right, 12 ounces. 14% alcohol in the can, so you might just need one. I'm telling you, all I need is one when it's 14% alcohol. Raspberry, grape, lemon with no bubbles. Imagine the taste. That's right, fully great product. Gluten free. Trust me, if it comes down to us, we make sure that it's a good product. No artificial, no artificial, and no preservatives, you guys. Big Drip Hard Punch. Go ask for it by name. Go to your liquor store. If they don't got it, get the hell out of there. Tell them they don't know what's going on. Tell them they get Big Drip. www.drinkbigdrip.com. And you guys know what it is. Today, it's Monday. Back to work, back to the workflow, and back to doing what you guys got to do. They got to pick up that phone. So you know what we're going to do? We got to get those prayers in the air. We want to get those prayers in the air for everybody that's here to make sure that we're covered. Everybody that left, everybody that was in the show today, everyone that's a part of our family. We want to cover you, and we want to ask God to pray for you right now, for your health. We want to pray for your understanding. We want to pray for your peace. We want to pray for your mental ability. We like to pray for your family members. We want to pray for strength. We want to pray for your safety as you go out there and have to go through the day. We want to pray for your pray that you have good health and good energy. Also, Want to pray that you guys are lucrative. Let's make a little bit of benefits out there and be able to bring home enough to take care of our families. Doesn't make any sense to go to work when you can't take care of your families. You guys, let's pray for our families as well as all of the animals out here. That's who we're praying for. We're praying for El Jaderon as well. We're praying for Winter Rising, Jordan Dowdy. Can't forget about Liberty and Justice, Kendra Walker, Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Lasso Kid, Mark Cat. Can't forget about Batty Lynn, Miss Swanza, Winter Rising, Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, Miss Swanza, Jelena, Liberty and Justice, and Kendra Walker. Also, who else we got in the building right now? We got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Luigi, Winter Rising, Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman, Casey, who else? Winter Rising, I already said that. Angels Among Us. Can't forget about Kalesiv, Teddy, Terry, Justin, Jordan. Can't forget about Lisa Roy, Luigi. Can't forget about you either. Who else we got in here? We got Mark, we got Guy and Elsa. 4 gifted hands. Love you too. I'm glad that you had a chance to come in. Haven't seen you for a while. Vincenta, you too. Jelena, can't forget about who else is this? Jimmy, can't forget about 55. I already told you, Guy and Elsa. Jordan Dougherty, Batty Lynn. We always make sure that you're good. Keith Henderson, we got some new people. I ain't gonna forget about you, Keith. We got to get those new people with those gloves in there. Everybody, I see Kendra in here too. Kendra Walker, can't forget about Kendra. Who else you guys want to get those prayers up to? Come on, shout them out. Who else we got in here? Can't forget about El Jaderon, already got you. Winter Rising. Money Tree. Money Tree, thank you so much for letting yourself be seen. Money Tree, come on back in here. We get you gloved up again. King Fire. Can't forget about you. Can't forget about Mega Dub either. That's right, you guys. Jordan Dowdy, Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker, Winter Rising, Batty Lynn, Casey, all of our mods, every single person that's here. Amen. That's right, you guys. You already know how we do it. It's Monday. Have a fantastic and a safe day out there. I really hope that you got a hell of a lot from today's episode, trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section, you guys. Here, coming in from you, the #1 show on YouTube, as long as we're on with the #1 co-host. That's what you guys are. The #1 family members that there are on YouTube. And until tomorrow, that's right, you guys, Tuesday, same time, 6 o'clock, right back here on our channel, Our Bottom Line. If you have not become a member of the Discord, what are you waiting for? If you have not subscribed to our channel here, what are you waiting for? If you feel like it and you want to show off, show them what you watch every day, go ahead and hit that share, put it on your Facebook, and show everybody where else we be at. And if you guys know it, I love you. Can't wait to see you right back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock so we can do it all over again. And you know what I'm going to say, right? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for Our Bottom Line, I appreciate you. Get 'em!